Hello, humans. Welcome back to the Tourist Plaza podcast. I am joined by the Pokemon Minesweeper champion of the world. I'm not kidding. She's really good at Minesweeper. If you want to challenge her to a game of Minesweeper, she'll beat you in almost under 100 seconds.
Nikoi, you know I blow up most games, right?
Well, no. From your successful attempts, you got on almost under 100 seconds. Bet. I bet you can get on under 100 seconds.
I'm just saying I tend to play speedy, so I blow up a lot.
Monopoly. Minesweeper isn't that hard. It's Monopoly, that is, and I'm champion at it. All right, last time we talked about Week 6 recap and Week 7 predictions, and today the season is done. The regular season is
Actually, the
done.
season was done like days ago, technically.
Technically, yes, but the season overall in terms of TPP is done. It's now playoff season. So, let's check out though the final week before we get into to playoff territory. Let's review the games that we had. Let's review all 32 games,
31.
31 games.
31.
Yeah, 31 games that have played. Let's get to them, shall we? First off, we got the oh, for fuck's sake! They didn't even update the final thread. This is what
They didn't?
they didn't because it remains the absolute absolute posters in the lead with our Anastar Articunos, even though technically the games that Mystery OU and that ND Ubers game have happened and they didn't bold the winners.
Oh.
But the result,
Look at this.
yeah, you want,
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. But this is never updated.
yeah, inconsistent hosting. Get to updating. The actual result is 6 absolute posters, 2 Anastar Articunos. So technically, I guess this is their first loss, the Anastar Articunos.
What?
Second loss. Second loss. I had to correct that.
Yeah. Excuse you.
Excuse me, because the Litwicks have beaten the Articunos, but this is their second. This is their second loss, but they still remain number one in the standings. So, and it's between two teams who are basically locked in the playoffs. So it really doesn't matter either way. But okay.
The Apples could have been out if they lost,
It
if other things happened.
Yeah, that's a very specific niche that they have to lose in a if things went the way they planned, but they didn't. So, first off, we got the Number Man versus Space Speakers, or beating Space Speakers, in fact. Uh, there were a couple of sets which I found really interesting. First of all, is the Halucha having photosynthesis. That one,
Well, you give it photosynthesis, you give it a boost for energy that activates the photosynthesis, boosts its attack, but also activates its unburden. It's not actually that uncommon. I've seen it around.
it's around, but I thought it was a completely like all mind blowing set that the OMMs have cooked up. Sure enough, I guess it was pretty common, considering most HO teams run that. And you know what? I 100% salute you people. But yeah, this photosynthesis Halucha was a big threat. It was able to OHKO Skeledirge and put Corviknight in range to kill itself by a Brave Bird before dying to an Ice Shard. Not from Halucha. It's from the Weavile. Um, there was also Mold Breaker Azumarill, which was also another threat. Taking out
That
Volcanion.
was heat.
Yeah, that was
That
heat.
was heat.
It was able to break through Volcanion's water absorb and take it out. Crit Oko Great Tusk and normal Oko, both Azumarill and Blissey, for TNM to get the very hyper offensive win. The
I
team,
think maybe I think maybe the idea behind
Prototype.
And here we now, Azuro can now do it too.
The prototype Basculegion, now with huge power bonus. So yeah, that one was a heat.
Yeah, now it's just Basque Legion with huge power and no switch.
Yeah, and it's broken, absolutely broken. And TNM exploited that and won to beat Space Speakers. Not that hard,
And
but okay.
obviously no adaptability, but like
Imagine.
huge power kind of makes up for that.
And imagine if you ran adaptability instead of mold breaker. Well, you wouldn't kill the Volcanion, but you would still kill everything else. Maybe Volcanion save for later.
Yep.
Next up, Oakley's beating Ice Master, proving Oakley's is 7-0 in playoffs, unbeaten. How? Hmm?
I said, yep.
How does this man do it? Well, in his game versus Ice, Great Tusk kind of struggled against Tinglu a little bit, missing Precipice Blades, only resorting to rapid spinning the spikes away and healing up with Shore Up within the first couple of turns. Ogerpon made the hard switch to Swords Dance and then outspeed Jolteon to Oko it with Stone Axe, barely missing the Oko against Toxapex. That Power Whip didn't do enough, and Toxapex lived in +2. And then after exploding with Regieleki to kill Lando, Ogerpon managed to kill Urshifu, leaving Ice only with Magirna and Ting Lu against Oakley's team of 5, who proceeded to outstall Ice and win the game. It was a very actually it was a very good win by Oakley's.
Yeah, Ice wasn't giving up for a while because the combination of Magirna and Pinglu was very bulky, very stally.
There's Stolly, yeah. It was
And
no, not
yeah,
region.
you cannot stall a Transform Misty though.
No, and definitely Oakley's put itself to its advantage and won. Great win by Oakley's. Great win by Oakley's. Next up, Temp beating Lady Settlements. Garchomp gave Temp. Right?
Said as I thought.
Well, Garchomp gave Temp trouble early on. It tanking Armaldo's hidden power ice attacks and dodging Rapidash's hypnosis for a couple of turns until it hit the next. There was also the Rock Blast loaded dice Armaldo, which managed to hit 4 times for Aqua Jet range to kill Rapidash. And, it was just a back and forth trade off mons, both sets utilizing each other pretty well. Houndstone missed a Will-O-Wisp for the Roar switch out, causing Mega Garchomp to come out and do Scale Shot against his own Houndstone, killing it and sweeping the rest with Earthquake, giving Temp the safe win.
That skill shot just happened to hit 5 times there.
I want to say loaded dice, but it's not. Scale Shot, I don't know.
It mega.
It did mega. It's not loaded dice, and boom, it was able to hit 5 times, win with Earthquake, and yeah, Temp won. Very
Jeff posted his haste. Look at it.
ah, yeah, okay. I get same 6 teams. I don't know. I didn't post my team, so I'm hypocritical to say this, but everyone same 6 players should post their team after they win because I like seeing these and I like seeing like ooh that what was that noise I just made? I don't know.
Look at this.
I love it. Yeah, with battle armor, rock tomb, hidden power ice, stealth rock. I expected hidden power ice, like, but not, but not convert cloak. Barraskewda choice band with sleep talk.
Covert Cloak is the item that negates secondary effects, right? It's to negate the effects of Rock Tomb.
Oh, well, all right. I guess. I guess I expected that kind of hit. I guess. All right, Barraskewda with choice band with mostly water moves and sleep talk. That's pretty interesting. I like it.
Yeah, I guess he expected hypnosis from
Rapidash.
either Rapidash or
don't think so. I think it just learns psychic as a psychic move. Um, Zebulon did have Empire Ice
I
on
can
this.
learn a few psychic moves. It can learn expanding force me.
Oh, no! Don't make it bro. And now everyone's gonna run like Indeedee, Blacephalon, Psychic Surge, and Partners in Crime. Watch,
Real
watch.
quick, did you do you not remember camo doubles from last year?
Yep, I remember because expanding force was still legal
Also,
on Blacephalon.
Blacephalon can learn hypnosis. I was right.
It can shoot. Well, look at Temp's Blacephalon. It has Shadow Ball and HP Ice, so it wouldn't have mattered. Temp carried both Hidden Power Ice Mons. Alright.
Get Encore. That's interesting.
I mean, it's okay if you want to catch like the Swords Dance or the substitute like plays with Scarf. That's interesting though. All right, Champite expected. Beltag, Houndstone expected. Fairy MZ, Rapidash. Okay, fair enough. Ice Fang though was interesting. So yeah, cool heat, cool sets, but the Barracuda definitely was a highlight. All right, next up, Mystery OU. What was supposed to be 7992 versus Shiloh ended up subbing. And guess who played? It is IMT Flugel who subbed in for Shiloh. And he's back in 7092. And look at the team he brought. You know,
Let's just say this is a team that is very up Google's alley, if you understand what that means.
you know, we known Flugel. Like me and Poker, we've known Flugel for many years at this point, and I know what to expect. You know what to expect, and probably the audience it will get a first taste hand on what Flugel's style is as an AG player and as a Natdex Ubers player. Natdex AG actually, he likes using baton pass, and this is what the team was. So we got
I'm pretty sure all you had to say was AD or Netflix AD, and that was all people needed to know to understand what's going on.
So yeah, he used baton pass, but Flugel has a very specific style, and it's baton pass. But baton pass with multiple like setup mods, and the outlier sweeper. Yeah, I know, but still badly explained. But still, that's Flugel's whole mo. Uh, you got the Orthworm with Shed Tail right here, and then boosting up, setting up for Espathra to do Calm Mind and Lumina Crash, and which does fairly good damage. Baton passing it back into Fluttermane, who has Size Shock and Shadow Ball. Again, outlier sweeper. Well, I mean, what can I say? Phantos even commented, I dislike Baton Pass. Well, you're dealing with a AG player, Mr. Phantos. So,
I think I don't think Fantasy play AD.
no. Because, yeah, and then Flugel keeps missing the hypnosis. Despite all that, Flugel still managed to win the game. Very convincingly, actually. Even though 7U992 brought Stall and Unaware Dondozo, which is pretty cool. It was not enough. Let's just say it was not enough to beat. Like, look at that. Fisher, yeah, the friggin' 7U992 brought Fisher Dondozo just for this, but it missed. So, yeah, GG.
Oh yeah, some people in our own trip, in our own history, definitely
No, no, it will not hit. Don't trust. It will not hit.
I don't think so, honestly. I
No.
think it's a better attack in doubles than it is singles.
You're ballsy, but you're not that ballsy.
Even in doubles, it doesn't usually pay off.
No, you're ballsy, but not too ballsy. That is, the Fisher is like extreme. Do you trust your own luck to be able to hit Fisher? Same with Sure Cold. So yeah, don't trust Fisher. Yeah. Next up, well that was the game. Good job to Flugel for winning his first TPP win. So this is his very first TPP. No, he. I beat him in the very first TPP. It was Uber's Blitz.
I said we were talking about other TPPs.
You said first first game, first and only TPP game.
So
I.
he's probably not going to get so back in anyway.
You mean for this TPP, but
Yes. Why would I be
you
referring to
said
other
you said only TPP. That's my argument. Anyway, next up, partners in crime. We got Chromate beating Zoe, putting him at a 7-0.
TPPs? Would just like to say that Zoe could have easily, I feel like Zoe could have easily won this if played better. Chromate outplayed.
Chromate still outplayed. Like Zoe had a pretty interesting team, and she had a pretty fast start to go along with it. Be-
Yes, it's another combo and Ursaluna.
which is becoming like the norm when it comes to partners in crime. Ah, hold on. Like the team that Zoe brought, like that was interesting. You got Clefairy as well, Clefairy, and if you're a doubles player, you know exactly what Clefairy's role is. So, nah,
Rengar.
friend guard, and follow me,
Rengar followed me.
and it's in Partners in Crime. So, all right, so Zoe had a fast start. They once again killing Glamora right away using Encore against Iron Hands, which is very good. Defiant Ogrepon became the MVP. Like Defiant Ogrepon was able to catch the Iron Bundle's Icy Wind play to boost up its own defiantness. And Terra Grass did huge damage, doing huge Ivy Cudgel kills against most of Zoe's team. The Chromate absolutely outplayed using that turn, and that turn was very crucial at defining on how this game is going to go. Zoe tried to come back with the Clangor's Soul Blood Moon, yeah, but Iron Hands was in the back, Drain punched it, and Como to death. So yeah, a very dominant win by Chromate once again. Zoe had a good start, but just wasn't able to pay off.
Predicted.
Okay, no.
Can we acknowledge the fact that Chromate predicted the double protect and switched in something to get another fake out chance?
Yes. I mean, okay. He's played this game long enough to know that yes, Zoe's gonna make that play. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied.
Yeah, Chromate just straight up outplayed.
He did. That's why he's 7-0 at Pokemon. Like he's won against everyone in the PIC pool. He is the threatening PIC player we all come to know and we all come to hate. So good job, Chromate. Hey, it rhymed. Next up, Shay versus Casual. This is a very, aka the indicator of someone who plays Rand to his full potential and someone who's just been slotted in to play Rands.
Yeah, I don't get the impression that I don't get the impression that O'Shea played very much Rands in those gens.
Yeah, Gen 7 and 8 definitely hard. Primate catching the Oka against a Raptor, and then Suicune. If you Suicune in Gen 7 using that particular set, yeah, it just sweep the rest of all of Rochet's mons. Casual got the easy prep. He just had to bring Suicune, and that's it.
Yeah, can we also acknowledge that for some freaking reason, O'Shea used Rapid Spin?
Yeah,
He
it's
didn't
not.
have a reason to do that.
Yeah, this is not Gen 8 yet.
Fantastic's up. You don't get speed boost in Gen 7.
You get the speed boost.
You clearly didn't play Gen 7.
Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't know. He didn't know that rapid spin wasn't in the rapid spin boost. It wasn't introduced in this gen. It's actually the next gen, which he played. Uh, was Gen 8. The Gen 8 game. Kurim simply swept most of Rochet's mons with Dynamax. Even stopped the Dynamax Regieleki's max strikes for by his own boosted Dragon Dance and Outrage 1.
He just Dynamaxed the Regieleki because it was his last Mon. It was his last hope.
It was,
If,
but
if
it's
he
not
had to
very good.
use that tactically, I think he should have Dynamaxed Xerneas.
Right, right. Why didn't? I mean, okay, it was a. It was
Because he
a
clearly forgot Dynamax existed or something. Or I don't think
no, he
he's played
just.
this Gen of Ram.
Yeah, he didn't play this well. We can both acknowledge the fact that he didn't play this well. He could have Dynamax Ernias, got the tanked the Max Hailstorm, and then just knocked it out with Max Starfall or something. But no, he was had to save Regieleki for the Dynamax at the end. Didn't pay off. All right, next up, FC versus the Strap, and the Strap won. FC looked the stronger early, using Rabombi to knock out Mega Diancie. Although taking Rocks hazards in the process, and Arcus taking Choppleberry to take out Mega Lucario and Necrozma, and Necrozma beat Calyrex. So you think FC had the advantage there. But,
Yeah, FC was leading for a good bit.
but, hmm,
Like 5-3.
yes, 5-3. But Koraidon happened. Koraidon swept it with Koraidon. Scale shot against FC's own Koraidon. Flare blitzing both Ribambi and Nat Krosma. And then the Mega Ray Wars at the end with with his Mega Ray tanking FC's Dragon Ascent and killing it and winning. Yeah.
Yeah. Once that Koraidon used Scale Shot, I was like, oh wait a minute. Oh, this is over
Yeah, it's already over by that
for
point.
FC.
For FC. We didn't expect the strap to win, but there you go. The Strap absolutely played FC and won. Not to diss on FC though. FC's been goaded. Yeah, FC's been doing good, but the Strap has been a surprise.
FC didn't really have the motivation to actually win.
They're
In fact, I don't think most of the
not worried. Yeah, they're not worried at all. I mean, they were locked playoffs. Why not save it till the playoffs? Save their strength, as they say. So, next up, Camo Cap, we got the Pizza Man beating Mossy Sandwich. I should have predicted against Mossy. God damn it. God damn it. The anti Mossy propaganda would have worked here. But, credit to Pizza.
he's again probably not motivated.
Yeah, Pizza though, Pizza got the strong start using Ninetales to set up Aurora Veil and Rillaboom, using Grassy Seed and Swords Dance to a perfect setup, tanking Clefable's Ice Beams and dishing out huge Grassy Glides, crit killing Cyclone at one point. And then Komao went and boom bursted Clefable out, Okoing Colossoil and Colossal, leaving Tomahawk to kill Crucible, and Pizza wins the game. Very, very moderately played game, but good win by the Pizza Man nonetheless.
Yeah, he wasn't totally yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't clean, but good job, Pizza nonetheless. Pizza wins over Mossy Sandwiches, which is the correct opinion. Mossy sandwiches should never be mossy. Ugh. Next up. Yeah. Yeah, what happened? Dave's Decidueyes absolutely ass blasting the Oath Pellucid metagame mashers. They type of
Sorry, Nikolai, but we kind of all saw it coming.
They typoed our name. I credit this typo as the reason we lost.
Where were you? Where were you typo?
Opaluside. Metagame Masters.
Opaluside.
Yeah. So this for
Yeah, okay, that's definitely why you lost.
yeah, again, the conspiracy was against the conspiracy was against us, okay? It was very evident. It was very evident in this game. First off, so Poke, we got what was supposed to be Gawain versus Joey. Well, Gawain had to sub out because we already lost, so he had to sub in Aerobe, who subbed in against Joey. And my god, it was not pretty. Joey's Glamora defeating Weavile with poison early on as Aerobe set up screens and Swords Dance was a perfect early game. And then Seru Ledge just can't went ahead and swept, even under Reflect, for Joey to win the game.
Yep.
Although,
Under the username
yeah, I'm gonna talk about it again. Jujutsu Kaisen is mid. Okay, okay, got it out of my system. Uh, Next up, we got Advata beating Metariolu. That's our first, that's our first. Our boy Advata got the win against Meta. The only win. The only win.
I don't. Is that really his only win? I disagree.
Oh no, he has a win over Toxanex, I believe.
Aha! Wow, Makoi, you really went and said that about your own teammate then.
You know what? This was the last game played. We didn't care. I believe in the Advata that he will win again, and you know what? He did. And he finished, he started and he finished strong. Using Infernal Parade Goldango against an incoming Jolteon and killed it. That's a move we never see.
Infernal Parade even do?
Yeah, that's a move we've never seen before. Infernal Parade.
I haven't seen it enough to actually know what it does.
So what does it do? Let's check.
It's a 60 power dose move that's basically like Hex, but it has a burn chance.
Oh. I mean, good, but not as good as Hex, unfortunately. But you know what? It's a good move. Who learns that anyway? I don't know.
I just found it interesting that the Golden Go outsped the Jolteon.
Right, right. Was that Jolteon slow? Uh,
Or does Diancie just make Golden Go really fast?
maybe it's the latter. Ogerpon used the
I'm
sure. It's not that fast.
130 base speed. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's the same speed as normal Jolteon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
What?
Oh my god, that's fast.
What?
130.
Whoa, and Gold Angle's already pretty fast already, so 144 speed? Holy crap, that's a fast boy. Go fast, right? But it's still pretty dang fast.
It's base 84 speed. It's actually one of its worst stats.
Worst stat? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and oh good lord, 144. That's such a
That is a very good boost. That is a very good boost. Advata finishing strong at the end of the game. Iron Valiant managed to claim kills, and then Landorus used Dragon Ascent against the flying Arcanine Hisui. So good win by Advata. Really, really good win. Next up, it's my game. Me losing to the tour itself. That is TPP.
that was very as I was saying, that was symbolic of you guys about to be. That was symbolic of you guys about being about to lose TPP.
And look what happened. I like how everyone was cheering for me though. So thank you guys. Even though, and you know what, the team I brought was pretty like nonchalant. We wanted to bring Demon Mew. We really did, but we settled
I
it.
think you should have brought Demon Mew actually.
There's a nowhere dirge, and you know the.
Yeah, but unaware, but Dirge ain't gonna is unaware of your stat boost,
Uh,
not the power behind a stored power.
Unless you're like specially defensive invested. Like me and TPP were talking about it, it's like, yeah, Demon Mew's a good like De- Demon Mew would be a good bring if not for the if not for the special defense investment. And TPP also had that. He thought about a random weakness policy stored power at one point, and you know, we both were thinking ideally the same thing. We wanted to bring Demon Mew, but just in very different ways. But you know, we calced as well that Dirge with special and defense investment may be able to tank stored powers pretty dang well, and yeah, it was just that. So So we opted for a different option. We opted to go for reflect type. Reflect type Ghostium Z Mew, which is pretty interesting. I really like the way they would.
What?
Yeah, reflect type. Ain't that odd?
So you like? Let me get this straight. You like wanted to reflect type the. You want to
We
reflect
were able to
type
reflect
the
type something.
Skeledirge and then Ghostium Z it?
No, I think the idea was we reflect type Lucario.
What? Why
There
would
was
you
it.
do that?
I don't
Because that
know. I don't know. Maybe Dirge. I don't know. Maybe Dirge. Maybe Lucario. Maybe me and Chef.
it's for
I don't know.
Dirge, if anything.
I don't know. I don't know what actually what I was gonna do with reflect type. Maybe we are going for Dirge because we wanted to. It was an idea. I thought it worked. I trusted Sylveon's build. Okay.
Man, like you gotta know what your sets do, otherwise you're not gonna win.
Maybe I should have
You
tested.
gotta know what your sets are for. You gotta clarify these things, builder.
Right. Right. And you know what? The rest of the sets they're very whatever. You got the Swalot with Yawn. I put Yawn over Toxic because I really wanted to catch like a boosting Lucario, maybe a boosting Yanshao, maybe a boosting Del Skeletors. I just wanted something that I could easily like, ha, I will over, you're gonna go for an attack. Let's do Yawn so that you won't be able to do anything for like 3 turns while I set up my mons and win. But yeah, whatever, it's fine. So yeah, the game itself is very good. The first few turns I was doing all right. You got Mew. I caught the Mew with taunt I get the Mew and Xiao with taunt, so I used Psychic and killed TPP. Um, there was the Skeledirge who I wanted to Flame Charge and try to basically sweep it because everyone was saying, "Oh, sweep Dirge, like that's a good set." And you know what? It is. Unfortunately, I got thundered and paralyzed, so my flame charge was rendered moot. Um, there a couple of turns later, you see the yawn. Here's the critical play, turn 8, where I wanted to do yawn against the substitute. But no, CPP brought substitute Skeledirge, and then yeah, I wasn't able to do anything by that point. Also, because the fact that I was not that boots heavy, I really should have been more boots heavy.
Perhaps.
Yeah, the rest of the game was just Skeledirge, but TPP Skeledirge being absolutely goaded, and was able to substitute and torch song the rest of my remaining mons. Galvantula, why did you not? Thunder, why did you not get the roll here on turn 13? It lived on 1%. I really wanted to beat Skeledirge by that point, and it just lived in 1 HP, and then boom. I lost my sash. But whatever. It was fine. There's a physical Mew that he brought, which is pretty interesting. Lucario just swept the ending with the end game. So yeah, both of us talked after the game. We were kind of struggling on what to build, and this is what exactly what we came up with. And you know what, TPP, he's a goat. He's a Chad. I respect the dude. So good GGs to him.
You had building troubles this week too?
I mean, my team wasn't exactly the best.
Our team wasn't the best either.
We both had troubles, and you know what? Credit to TPP. What my God, wish him the best of luck moving forward. Like,
So, question: did you end up not bringing the Darkium Mansion?
no, we didn't. We because I already had Darkinium on Lucario.
Oh, oh.
We wanted it for Dark Pulse. We wanted it for Dark Pulse. Why didn't I have been using it is beyond me. Uh, but yeah. Next up, Mystery OU Dex beating Sylveon. Now, oh my gosh, this game. No. Terra fighting Gothitelle trapped Heatran and forced to kill on it, tanking the Magma Storms along in the process. Then
Kinda heat. It's like that LC strat.
Terra fighting Gothita, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good strat. It is a good strat. It was just brought in OU of all things with a damn Gothitelle as well. Landorus then swept through Sylveon's team, getting off a nasty plot, hitting Focus Blast against both Corviknight and Blissey, as well as a nasty Earth Power for Dex to get the win. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just saying, Stone was not it in this. You should not have brought Stone.
In the Freedom Cup rules, yeah.
Yeah, that was just not a good bring. I'm sorry.
Yeah, poor Sylveon. Dex kind of outplayed that stall team really well, and yeah, Sylveon shouldn't have brought stall, buddy.
And I'm noticing it was the HO teams that tended to win these games.
Over stall? That's interesting, you know. Next up, Class versus Zern. Class got to manage to get two burns against Zern's team with Heat Wave at the start, which was pretty lucky. There was Prankster Wars in the middle with Grimmsnarl versus Tornadus, with Ogrepon managing to Shell Smash, plus Grimmsnarl setting up light screens and Parting Shot in to intimidate Lando. That was a really interesting sequence. And then in the end, Blood Moon Ursulona managed to survive most of Class's attacks and hit hard with Boom Burst, winning the game.
Terrifier, thanks to Terrifier.
Thanks to Terrifier and Zern managing to get off a Trick Room, winning. So good job, Zern. You're definitely like
Class could have played that better.
yeah, he could have, yeah, he really could have, but no, Zern ultimately, you know what? I am actually very proud of Zern. Like, I probably shat on him multiple times in this tour for not being.
Yes, you did. You
For
did
not.
a lot.
Yeah, I did a lot, but you know what? No, I'm noticing an improvement. So I learned to put my foot in my mouth too. Okay. So good job, Zern. You are.
Did it taste good, Mikoi?
I
Did
did.
your foot taste good?
It tasted well because it tasted well. Good job, Zern. Good job, Zern.
Oh, you weren't supposed to answer it tastes good. Why wouldn't it taste good?
that's that's how you outsmart that joke. So yeah, good job, Zern. I'm noticing a quite a substantial improvement. So well done. Next up, Mabka versus Super Epic Ampharos. Now, Gen 6. This was a really hard game. First of all, Tauros consistently put pressure on Mabka, forcing him to hard switch out his Latios. So not very great results. Mega Slowbro being only his defensive wall. Um,
Oh yeah, and I don't think that thing had slack off.
no, if it did, it should have used it more. And yeah,
The way he was playing it made me think it was either Mega or no. If it was Mega,
No,
then
it
it
was
probably
Mega.
had Slack.
It is Mega.
Wait,
It's a slow bro. It's a slow bro. Mega slow
yeah,
bro.
the,
Or maybe it did.
oh yeah, it did Mega.
It did Mega, and it probably had something like what?
Yeah, it really slacked off too much.
Yeah, treating Mega Slowbro as your only defensive wall really doesn't help, especially in this matchup, because Zapdos is in the field, which SCA brought and ultimately won. So yeah, there.
Wait, actually, maybe I'm thinking it. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different game actually.
Oh.
This wasn't the Slowbro I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay, okay, fair enough.
I think another game was played in which Slowbro was like the defensive wall, but like the opposition uh, uh kind of matched well into it and it just wouldn't slack off and it was making me think this thing like assault vest.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I think we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, this was not that game though.
Okay. Gen 8, Shinshino killing Ribambi and Bolton despite being webbed and getting parried respectively. Caracosta tried to late game sweep, but ended up getting toxic early, crippled him, and just Mega Rage sweeping the end game. It was a quick and easy Gen 8 game, which Super Epic Ampharos absolutely outplayed. Yeah, well done, Super Epic Ampharos. Mabka, there's still room for
That was
improvement.
a very short explanation. Wow.
It is, because the games went by so quick. Next up, we got Eggs versus Taka. There are a couple of like sets that I was like, huh? What would you bring that? For example, the Icium Z Mega Mewtwo X. It did not
Well, that
play.
makes sense for Zygarde and Rayquaza, Mikoi. It's just that was not the time to use it.
Yeah, it was not definitely not the time to use it because it did not claim the kill against Taka's Primal Groudon, who lived on 4% to kill it.
Yeah, like, but bro, Low Kick did more more than half just the previous turn. Why would you do that?
Because I guess he wanted
Like,
like
look at that. Look how much Low Kick did. That did 55. Why would you go for Ice there? That makes no sense.
I have
Unless he like predicted.
maybe he did. Maybe he
No
did
wait,
predict.
he might have out predicted a he may have out predicted and thought Taka would switch into Emray or
Zygarde.
probably not Zygarde. There's not much reason to switch into Zygarde there.
Maybe yeah, maybe not.
Emray maybe.
Yeah, I guess he was trying to outpredict, but it really doesn't pay off, especially when you had Kyogre still there and Zacian still there and Beedon potentially living ahead, which it did. So yeah. Calyrex missed out on Draining Kiss against Tarka's Arcdark, allowing it to OHKO it by foul play. And then Zacian just taking advantage of Ex's switch in, setting up the sword stance, sweeping with close combat and play rough. So yeah, this was not the most.
Life Orb Zacian. Wow.
It is Life Orb as well.
That's one way to take care of Groudon.
I mean, the extra power really does help.
Anyways, I would just like to say that I very much like Taka's smoking profile pic.
Oh. Why?
What do you mean why?
I, I
Don't you like it too, Mikoi?
I mean I like it, but like why?
Why what?
Pink Reagan Arataka. Oh, maybe that's where he got the name from.
What?
Reagan Arataka. Then again, his last name was Tack Attack, so I guess in that
Yeah.
one. All right, next up, Camo Cap. We got Swag God beating Carl Dude Guy. Swag putting
Yeah,
up.
I see. Swag got kind of cooked. Not gonna lie.
He did. He did. He did. Swag put it up. Ceaseless edges spikes early on, not giving Carl any room for Great Tusk to come in safely and rapid spin, thus resorting to Alamomola switching and playing around with Skeledirge and Tinglu. But the real MVP, and this one is definitely to his benefit because I was certainly surprised in what he brought, and actually it paid off in a really fun way, was Slitherwing. I would love. Where is this game? I really wanted to highlight this. Oh, that's right, as well. He name changed to RTM. What does that mean? We will never know. But yeah, the Slitherwing. It was flying ground, and it's got a really heat set. Let's see here, right here. The bulk up acrobatics with booster energy, flame charge, and earthquake, which swept Carl's team. Even the Skeledirge was like, "What the hell? I can't tank this with unaware. It still does 54."
Well, Mikoi, this was a stab earthquake from a booster energy boosting attack Slitherwing because
Right.
I'm pretty sure that unaware doesn't ignore what booster the effects of like booster energy and stuff.
So, okay, so that's a nice turnaround. That is a nice turnaround. Yeah, that's good able to bring out like dish out huge damages against Skeletor. So that's a threat. So yeah, Great Tusk finally got to rapid spin away the spikes, but it was the flying ground Slitherwing was just too much. Acrobatics, earthquake, sweeping the game, sweeping Carl, winning the game with Iron Valiant. So yeah, our our team just got fucked in the. It,
I also like how you guys didn't bring a single Catmon.
we didn't because we're sick of it. We're sick of the cap. We just wanted camo because Carl does camo too well. Not this week though. It's a shame. You know what? Carl still did great in the season. I highly value Carl and so my God, good win. Great win actually. Next up, Litwix beating the Alcoholics to a pulp with a 6-2 win.
Oh, jeez.
You knocked him out of
We gave
play.
him a hangover.
You did give him a hangover. You made it drunk. You beat it out of playoffs, and then you absolutely ass blasted them. Just get down there. Just stay in seventh. Stay in seventh forever.
They needed a 6-2 win to have a chance,
That is
and we
really
beat them 6-2.
that is really ironic. That is the most ironic way of putting about it. What the hell? What the hell's wrong with you, team? So, I know what the hell's wrong with you, team. You absolutely ass blasted them. First off, Anu versus Rafna in Poke. Rafna already given a huge advantage because of the paralyzing of Panu's Jirachi via Thunder. And yeah, the rest
I
of.
didn't like that Jirachi.
Why not?
It took too little damage.
It's a defensive Jirachi. What do you expect?
I think that Jirachi was like, wait, did he Wish?
Maybe.
I was gonna say I think it was like Assault Best Region, but like no,
No.
no, I think it used Brick Wish, so it couldn't have been Assault Best.
No, it's probably the it's probably so yeah, this is Vessel of Ruin. Vessel of Ruin, Jirachi.
Oh right, right,
It
that's what it
yeah,
was.
it did use Wish, so that's another thing.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like it.
You
It
don't.
was taking too little damage.
I love Vessel of Ruin. That is a very nice thing. But overall, this game, Rafta just outperformed. better than Panu, using Blood Moon to kill Zapdos, Ogerpon coming in at good times to kill Great Tusk, critting Manaphy with Ivy Cudgel leading to the Power Whip kill, and then Zapdos managed to avoid being Toxic Stalled by Gliscor, etc., etc., etc. You get the point. But anyway, yeah, Panu just got Argo Flargold by Ruffna.
I don't know. That is a wild term to use, but yes, I feel he may have even been able to 6-0 had the game continued.
You were that confident. Next up.
Well, the game ended at 6-2.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just like your damn just just like your damn series. What the hell? It makes sense. Stab and Mega. Axel beating Derpy Boy's buttocks. King Gambit War under Trick.
You didn't need to put it that way.
I mean, Axel beating Derpy buttocks. King Gambit War. King Gambit War under Trick Room was interesting, both doing spin out damage with Derpy's Sucker Punch barely missing the kill on turn 5 for Axel's to get the kill. Crucial moment at turn 9 when Zarude being hard switched on Snorlax using Population Bomb, thereby killing it in the process, losing that Zarude. Very unfortunate. Ending saw the Magearna taking out both Monkey Dory and Urshifu with Moonblast under Trick Room. So it was a safe Axel win.
Yeah, can we just talk about how Kirby Boy used webs into a very clearly Trick Room team?
You know what that means. He's Rabombi. It was Rabombi against the freaking a very Trick Room heavy team, which was really fortunate. Really fortunate for Axel as well. I think it's because he won it, because he expected Derpy expected Axel to bring something like balanced or just fast mons in general. Oh, Trick Room.
Yeah, so went full Trick Room.
Good job.
You never really know what to expect from him.
Never. Yeah, that's why it's really hard to build against him. Trust me, we know. Next, next up, what was supposed to be Drew versus Drek Cloak ended up being Cyril. Cyril's first TPP game, and it's against Dreepy Airlines. The Battle of the Randos, the TP Randos, has come alive in national names.
Stop calling Dreepy a rando.
But he is.
This is his first time in TPP, I think.
He's coming into his own. I will give him credit though. He's old and he's growing old, and you know what? He's doing well. I had faith in Dreepy. Like I had faith in Dreepy. I didn't because I predicted Drew, but after the sub, I'm like, yeah, Dreepy's winning this. And he did, and he outplayed this fucker. He played this so well, using Toxic severely and using Toxic a lot in this game. Using most of it on his monster.
Yeah, this was a toxic fest. I think it was going to be a toxic fest no matter who we were playing.
It basically crippled all of it, safely pivot out when need to be, killing Malamar with a safe U-turn. Drapey using a Z Happy Hour Malamar to beat Shedinja, getting a crit knockoff KO against Cyril's Quagsar, finally winning with Dragonite's Outrage.
Wait, what? You made it sound like Malamar killed the Quagsire.
Oh, right. Something got it.
Incineroar did.
Yeah, Incineroar. Yeah, I mixed it up. I mixed up my notes because
Yeah,
Incineroar.
Also, you didn't talk about the set of the Malamar. Didn't you find it a little odd?
I said it. Z Happy Hour
No.
with Dark Pulse.
Other than that,
With Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse, right?
And
Oh.
we literally revealed all 4 of our moves, Mikoi.
Let me recheck. Hold on. We can fix this. Happy Hour, Superpower, Dark Pulse, and Stored Power, I believe. Yeah, Stored Power.
Yep. Interesting, right?
It is a very interesting set. Oh, the fact that Incineroar had Drain Punch had interesting as well. So
Well, I mean, figures gives it a little more longevity.
it is, as well as Quagsire.
And it allows it to hit the other Incineroar, which is good.
Yeah, and Toxic, Toxic and Toxic Spikes Quagsire. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah, figures that just makes it so everything that doesn't have boots or isn't Dragonite will just get poisoned, whether you poison them or not.
And the fact that all of the mons are susceptible to poison. Yeah, we should have brought Lumberry. Makes you think. Yeah, we should have brought like.
Should have, yeah, but like I don't know, we didn't really find a place to fit Lumberry. We really could
Uh,
have used Lumberry on Dragonite, but we didn't.
but you
We
didn't.
did something else there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did Ice Beam, right?
No, we didn't. That's what Cyril did.
Oh, that was what Cyril did. Oh, did you bring on that Dragonite?
You know, I'll show it to you, but I don't want you to say it. I'll just react to it.
Okay, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, okay, okay. I like it.
Really wondering what that does.
No, I do. I do. The scary thing is I do, and yeah, I exactly know what to expect now. Because I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. Not with Dragonite, but with something else. But yeah, this one is this one is interesting. You better prepare your butts. Prepare your butts whenever you see this.
Anyways, any comments about the rest of the team?
Not really. I mean, it's basic. I would like it's probably a bit more basic than you think. Like Palisand's pretty
Oh wait,
basic.
this isn't actually the final paste. I just realized because the Incineroar doesn't have Drain Punch.
Oh, well, replace knockoff with Drain Punch, I guess.
No, we replaced Sword Stance with Drain Punch.
Ah, okay. Yeah, other than the Dragon Knight, everything seems to be pretty basic. Like Quagsire just acting like a mini Toxapex. Surgenja is pretty basic. Everything else is pretty basic. So yeah.
Yeah, except the Dragonite. That one was very
That's
interesting.
that's heat. That's heat. Just save it till later. All right. Next up, Mystery OU Dogza playing against Euphanos. And what the hell did Euphanos frickin' brought?
I think it's very clear what Euphanos brought, even from looking at preview.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, you. You may be the master of building, but I kinda don't like this team. Because it could get pretty outplayed, like heavily. Like Sun just doesn't work, especially in an OU centric team. I know you like Sun, but like no, when
I personally think one flaw of this was our Gudra set.
what was that Gudra? I was like,
It was eject pack with Draco meteor and stuff.
Why didn't he try and use them early on to get rid of like I don't know Dragapult or something other than Iron Valiant? I guess he was.
Literally, he could not do that, Nikoi. He switched it into Dragapult and it died.
Yeah,
After turns.
he couldn't rapid spin away the with Great Tusk, so he had to hard switch it to Dragapult to maybe tank Shadow Ball or something. But no, that's it.
Yeah, you see, I asked in chat, like, Infinos, why did your Gudra not do the thing? And you see, I asked that question because I was under the impression we were using eject button.
No. Well, no. Ice beam.
What?
Oh no no no! Sorry. Oh, you mean eject button, not eject pack. Ugh.
That's what I just said, yes.
All right. Yeah. Dragon Pulse just kind of dominated, like early on. Like played around Torkoal, killing Grudra, Hisui away with Great Tusk. And Iron Valiant just became the MVP, using Calm Mind and Quirk Drive booster energy to sweep the rest of you.
Yeah, that Iron Valiant,
It did. So yeah, I didn't like the Sun team. I wish it could have been better.
I wish we used the eject button instead.
Next up, we got Jaspros beating Yuki. Uh,
I
which
didn't expect that.
yeah, I didn't. But you know what? The game was already decided by turn one. Why? Because the miss on the icicle crash turn one, allowing Tornadoes to live, setting up a tailwind the next, and killed Jinpa with Moonblast. So
Okay, yeah, true. That was kind of that was kind of a big yikes.
he's been unlucky this TPP, and this definitely was an indicator. Blood Moon became a huge threat, using Clanger's Soul to boost itself up, and Auroraville and Boomburst to take out Lando and his own partner Sinistacha, before losing to Orthworm's Body Press.
What did you just call it?
Sinistacia, Sinistacia.
Synesthesia? Synesthesia? It's just Sinistra.
Sinistra. Well, that's how I wrote it in my notes. Sinistra. Then I would like to call
Yeah,
it.
it's like Sinisty, but cha, Decoy.
What?
Yes.
I would like to call.
That's literally why it's called that. Sinistra. Like
Okay.
Sinisty, but with matcha.
With matcha, yeah. I would like to. I just like calling it synesthesia because it reminds me of Anastasia. So imagine,
Okay.
yeah, Blood Moon was a threat, and then Terra Grass Heat Train helped to tank Steam Eruptions, allowing Komao to take the end game by killing both Volcanion and Rillaboom, giving Jaspros a safe win. Yeah, well done, Jaspros. Well done indeed. Next up, Frags versus Losco. Well, was supposed to be
I think
Frags.
you mean.
Yeah, what
I
was
think you
supposed to
mean
be?
Snippy versus Losco.
What was supposed to be Fragment versus Losco ended up being Siphicon versus Losco. First off, in Gen 8, we saw. Well, actually, this was pretty interesting. We saw a Gen 6 and Gen 8 game played. Then we saw a Gen 7 and Gen 8 game played. This would be the combination, the missing combination left. Gen 8 and Gen 7 being played. Um, Wait, I get that wrong. Semantics aside, so this game, Losco's Gen 8 game, Losco just dominated Siffy early on, using the Elmise to kill both Celebi and Pheromosa, outplaying the Dynamax Virizion by sacking Lugia, and using Mamoswine's Icicle Crashes, Toxtricity surviving Toxicroak's Sucker Punch to dish out dangerous Boom Bursts, and Mantine claiming the final kill on Rhydon. This was just a very
I'm pretty sure that Mamoswine was Scarf.
yeah, it was. It was. I mean, I outsped a Virizion, so I didn't think it could be anything other than Scarf. Then Gen 7 came, where Mega Sableye wars were very prevalent. It was a Mega Sableye fest for 14 turns until Losco crits and blocks Zarina's high jump kick later. Jolteon claimed some kills, and despite freezing Pyroar, Porygon2 was seeded in low health for Deoxys to get the superpower kill and win. So there was some luck. There was some luck.
No, not the Zeviola then killed it with superpower.
There was some luck, especially with the freeze pyroar. But Losco
That
still
didn't
won.
affect anything.
Yeah, that didn't affect anything in the long run. Losco still wins. Good job. Next up, Cars to the Death beating Ainscrad.
This was a game.
What the frick happened in this game? This game was so shit. We got the Ains leading his Mega Altaria. He let it get paralyzed early on. Very detrimental to him, especially when it's pitted against Zygarde and Mega Ray. He could have done better, but no. He got his paralyzed.
See, that wasn't why it was detrimental. Why it was actually detrimental happens at the end of the game.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Boba Fett did nicely, using it to encore Arc Dark Normal and counter Oko Mega Ray. Very good. Crucial thing that happened was at turn 21, where Zygarde got parried after tanking a Groundium Z from Pedon, allowing Fars to get a safe kill and sweep the endgame with it. Even
All the paras. I really thought we were done for a while in that game, but the paras saved us.
yeah, and you even said after you won, you even said, "We take those," and Ains kindly replied with "F off."
No, there was really no better. There was really no better time to say that than there, because we definitely take those.
And yep, F off. F off was the nice rebuttal. And next, Camo Cap. Prince of all tacos beating LOL Troll Game. Walking Wake, despite being crit faked out, took out Mian Xiao with crit Dragon Pulse. Crucial turn.
Yeah, apparently that mattered.
Yeah, that mattered. Oh, I see.
I think that was like Assault Vest Manchow.
Oh, then that definitely mattered. Uh, crucial point happened in turn 11 where Lilligant failed to Oko Klawitzer, which in turn gave.
I think that might have been a roll.
That was a roll. Yeah, that. I would dare say that was a roll not in LTG's favor. Both definitely took advantage of it and killed it. And both saving Krilowat was the eventual turning point. Was able to become MVP, sweeping all of sweeping all of LTG's low hanging mons with Earth Power and Thunderbolt against a very ground and electric team. Weak for the win.
You say it was a roll not in his favor, but I can check that for sure.
Okay.
Let's see. I believe it was banded.
Was it a wait? What? Oh, Banded Lilligant.
Yes.
Oh, that's all the more
Let me
reason.
double check that actually.
Well, here's the game itself. There are definitely points in LT that LTG could have won. There's definitely that, especially if you say
It was banded. It was 250 attack, adamant nature, banded, close combat. Wait a minute. How the f did that survive?
I don't know why how.
What was that thing's investment? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Poe, tell us in the comments what was the investment on that Koraidon or the Klawitzer actually.
Because it says guaranteed one hit KO for 0 HP, 0 defense.
Is that thing's not even that thing's not even Sash? How the hell did it survive in one? Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate for LTG. All right.
Yeah, you see, I can go into other unfortunate things for LPG.
Like
Such as the fact that we very much should have used Proto speed specs walking weight rather than life orb agility with SBA boost. With
Ooh.
modest nature and not jolly.
Ah, he wanted to go for the fast.
Not jolly, not timid, I meant.
He wanted to go for the fast walking wake and not the actual attacking walking wake.
What? No, we went with the attacking walking weight. That's why we lost.
Oh, okay, right. So you didn't go for the speedy
Another
walking
thing
wake.
is that LTG forgot how unaware works.
Yikes.
You see that Tusk, it was in a very nice position when you take into account that the thing ignores opposing Pokemon's defense drops.
Hmm. Right.
We had no reason to switch out Tusk by that logic. Tusk could have stayed in and swept.
Which was unfortunate. I mean, it was unfortunate. And yes, Argonaut definitely, like, yes. Yeah, Argonaut definitely could tank a hit, but you would still have more benefits of keeping Great Tusk in rather than, switching it out and hoping for that something else safe would actually kill it. No, you would absolutely go for the Great Tusk, get that photosynthesis, get that attack boost, get the speed boost along with rapid spin, and then try to CC with or headlong roll.
So I like how you did. I don't think you actually ever mentioned that this was a Sun team.
I mean, it is. I mean, at first glance, like, you can definitely tell it was a Sun team. But it was a Sun team that didn't work, PokeArt. That's the difference. You still what? Both of your Sun teams lost this week.
Why was it only the Sun teams that lost?
Both of your Sun teams lost. Deal with it.
Maybe we just shouldn't use Sun in the future. This is so sad.
It's a sad day to be a Litwick. And again, you still won, so don't feel too sad.
Yeah, I guess we did kind of.
Next up, or last one. Well, it didn't matter in the end because it's between a low hanging team versus the worst team. We got the Full Moon Frostmoths versus the Twin Leaf Tinkatons. By our logic, well, from the standings from this end of the spectrum, we would say that the Full Moon Frostmoths would be 5-3, but circumstances around a certain game forced it to not be a 5-3. Instead, it's a 4-3 with the Frostmoths leading, counting it as a win per se. But okay, we'll talk about these games. Is it? Yes, it is. I mean, yes, because the thing didn't update.
I don't see I don't see 3 wins from the tanks.
You don't?
Yes, I don't.
What do you see instead?
I see 5-2.
Who? I think you should look at the thread.
I think the thread is wrong.
Then the thread is wrong. Okay. It was not updated. We don't care. In the end, we don't.
And I think our prediction sheet is actually usually more correct than the thread.
We updated it very much. First off, though, Dawn versus Swiftix in Poke AA. Dawn's Manaphy, MVP. This thing was a beast.
Truly.
This thing was a
Yes.
This thing was a beast. Primordial Sea and hydration to nullify toxic spikes and tail going up to boost and do stored power damage against most of Swiftix team. Even Dondozo's unawares couldn't break it, which was very nice.
Or it's more like it could even break Dondozo with unaware because stored power allowed it to use a very strong attack.
Yeah, it couldn't live a hit.
without it acknowledging the boosts.
It couldn't live a hit. The Ansai having fairy feather was interesting, although it never got to get used. But I was like, huh? Fairy feather, fairy feather Deancey. What is that for?
Not me going on to Showdown right this very minute to do BT Fairy Feather or anything.
Okay,
Not
what does
me.
it do?
Boulder's fairy attacks have 1.2 times power. No, I sort of figured it would be that.
You know, I also figured it would be that.
Because, I mean, I think every other type has something that, that boosts their attacks by that amount.
You mean
except fairy.
Yeah, you mean like Mystic Water, Charcoal, Miracle Seed, all those kinds of moves. But no, it's fairy for fairy feather for fairies. Makes sense in the long run.
Yep. And the reason we probably didn't know what it was is that it is in fact a new item in Gen 9.
Was it introduced in the Seal Mask?
I don't know if it was. It's possible.
Possible. I never saw it when I was playing, so yeah. Yeah, nothing much else to say though. Swiftix would have won had Manaphy had just not been such a collegiate threat to it. So, well done, Don, for bringing it. Next up.
Yeah, Manaphy's a little broken.
You tell me. That thing should be banned. Elgino versus Astra is next. Urshifu.
Should have believed in the power of what I heard Elgino's prep would be.
Yeah. First off, is the Urshifu's Blue Orb plus Surging Strikes. Was very damaging in the beginning, chipping Slowbro before it got crit by Doom Desire and then killing Zamazenta. And then we got the.
Yeah, Master did not play around the Urshifu well.
Yeah. And what was especially threatening was this next one. But truly the MVP of this game, the Take Heart Guard of Warite Screamtail. Use Lumina Crash, Chip it Blissey, Boomburst to kill it, Magirna, and Slowbro. Only Regieleki's explosion stopped it from truly sweeping. And
I'd say he cooked, but I don't think he's the one who cooked that.
I know, right? That's definitely a build from someone else. Urshifu.
I know who.
Urshifu went back in and killed Garganackle, sweeping the game for Elgino. So yeah, well done, well done, well done, well done. Next up, Lechen.
Wait, Nikki, I mean, cut that out.
Okay, what is it? What is it? What is it?
Miko, I was gonna say I realized that it does not actually matter if I reveal who gave Elgino the team because the Frost moths are out anyways.
Okay.
And I don't think he would use anything like that himself.
You don't think?
I don't think.
You don't think?
Yeah, Axel provide the team.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, next up, we got GXE versus Lechen. I would just like to take a look at GXE's team, see what happened. Oh!
Yes. Yeah, I actually looked at it already. I like it a lot.
You know what? GXE, you're back. I think he's back. He's been like less of a cooker than past TPPs where he actually gets to be more creative. This week is the first time in a very long time that I actually see some heat from GXE, and there you go. You know what? He cooked. Rocky Helmet Lycanroc to start things off, using having close combat, Accelerock, and Taunt. Very helpful against opposing Lycanroc.
Let me just say, max HP Rocky Helmet Lycanroc is not what I would have expected from a Suicide Rocks lead.
Right. I mean, it's useful now that you have Rocky Helmet. You could take care of the Endeavor Lycanroc that's been going around.
It's literally made to be other Suicide Rocks lead Lycanrocs. It's meant to underspeed them, tank whatever hit they do. It gets then it gets damaged by the rocky helmet, and this thing just kills it.
Yeah, with Accelerac. Very helpful. Very, very helpful. Well
No,
done.
not Accelerock, like close combat.
Oh, close combat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very helpful. Exit.
And then it just outspeeds everything else here.
Yeah, Sarah Ledge with Misty Seed, with Bitter Blade.
For Misty Surge from Beanie.
Yeah, with Bitter Blade, Close Combat, Poltergeist, and Bulk Up. Poltergeist is a move I've never seen in Sarah Ledge, and I'm glad that GXC brought this up very well. Tapu Fini, very common. Double also
No,
very.
I disagree slightly. I think this is a very good bring. I
What?
think this Tapu Fini was a very good bring because I think it's possible he was concerned about opposing Trick Tapu Fini or Switcheroo from Crawdon.
I guess
So
yeah, but
bringing Water MZ was the perfect counter to that. And then there's also Taunt, Calm Mind Skull, Draining Kiss for some healing since there's no lefties.
and for
This was
Groudon.
just a really good bring.
Groudon, for Scald for Lycanroc and Sarah Ledge, Taunt for the Cotton Guard doubles
And
rolling
since
around. Or
everything here is a physical attacker except opposing Tapu Fini, this thing isn't running any. This thing is running no HP and only 4 special defense.
yeah,
And
it was confident.
max defense.
Max defense, 4 special defense, having boosted from Calm Mind, brings high speed, very high speed actually. Is a faster Feeny actually? Yeah, very good.
Yep, it's a faster speed. And
Doubles very common.
Corviknight.
Doubles very
Look at that
common.
Corviknight.
Well, first off, the Crawdon with Switcheroo. Switcheroo Crawdon though, yo,
Yeah,
that's heat.
I think a lot of people often forget about Switcheroo.
Yeah, that's heat. I mean, I didn't know Crawdon could learn Switcheroo, but there you go. And then of course the
We just gotta feel these mons down.
yeah, and then of course the Corviknight. You got Brave Bird, Bulk Up, Agility, Taunt. Very clever. With Adamant.
With a lot of attack investment and adamant nature.
Yeah, it's a very attack invested Corviknight. I guess the Brave. Well, okay, maybe because of the threat of Double, maybe because of the threat of Ledge, maybe even Crawdon. But yeah, whatever. Good brings, all around, very good brings, GXC. I'm very happy. Talking about the game itself.
Also, can we talk about
His
Legend actually did bring a trick Tapu Fini, so once again, that's why GXC's Water MZ paid off.
uh, also taking a look closer at Lechen's team. You got level 99 Corviknight.
That's really funny.
I mean, we've seen it before. It's common, but also payback.
Yeah, but like, is it really the best thing here?
Yeah, and also payback Corviknight, which actually got the kill.
You actually want to be slower here.
You got the payback Corviknight from Lechen, which actually did quite a lot in this game.
Yeah,
as well.
also, despite being burned, Brave Bird from that thing still did 30 onto a max defense Tapu Fini. Was that thing banded?
I think that might have been banded because it only used attacking moves.
That
Then
thing,
yeah,
that thing either had really good. Yeah, I don't think it had. It didn't have lefties.
didn't have lefties.
It hit really hard.
Yeah, it's interesting. It is interesting. Also, double having
It was
wild.
either like max attack adamant, or it was like at that and banned.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to do a calc. I'm curious.
While you're calcing, there was also the double with Sword Stance and Wild Charge, which was interesting. Also tanking a hit from the Zero Ledge as close combat. And yeah.
I won't lie, I did actually like Legend's double set.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That was
Yeah, it's very interesting. I don't blame
And
Lynch. I don't blame Legends Bring at all.
Blue Beanie. Where's the? Oh my God, there's so many of these. Tapu Beanie and Corviknight.
Are you taking a choice band Brave Bird? Choice band Brave Bird. Cause it's gotta
Let's
be.
see. Now I'm going to make the attack. And make the attack 250. Burn. It's not letting me burn it.
Let the bird burn.
Okay, gonna make this adamant. Oh, oh wow! It must have been banded.
What is it? What's the calc? What does the
Or
calc
maybe it
say?
just had something.
What does the calc
Item.
say?
But let me put on that choice band. Yeah, it was banded. That was a banded Corviknight.
Well, what was the calc? What does the calc say?
Let me show you the calc.
31 to 37%, 77.4% chance to 3-hit KO? What?
Okay, so I
It
think
wasn't
you're
range.
right that it was in fact banded, though it may not have been max attack.
It was in
'Cause
range
I think
though.
it did 30.
Well, yeah, oh, it was close to being in range. Well, okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, so meaning confirmed that was a banded Corviknight.
Yay! We used
And it's
calcs.
level 99 Corviknight.
We used calcs to prove.
Did you run?
We used calcs to prove that. Let Chen please confirm that in the Discord thread. I really want to hear that. So yeah, very good brings by
And
both.
that's not when you run the level 99. You don't want to underspeed in this situation.
You want him to actually be fast. Yeah, very good
You're
bring.
not going to heal, then,
Yeah, very.
wait. Can Corviknight learn switcheroo? There's something
Maybe.
else going on here. There
Let
might be something else going on here we've been talking
Chen please confirm in the comments if that Corviknight had switcheroo and was a banded Corviknight. Because we have
about.
proven.
It was banded. We confirmed that.
Okay. Fair enough, fair enough.
Okay, never mind. It can't learn switcheroo or trick, so it was just banded attacking.
With Payback. Payback actually did a lot too, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, Payback was good.
Payback
Payback was a good choice.
did a lot. Yeah, overall, just very good brings by both players. GXC just happened to outplay better. Next up. Oh no. I don't want to talk about this one. Piyush versus Ewin. Well, this
We
one.
don't really have to talk about it. I think we can probably just sum it up and we can just say Hughes brought two banned mons, so the game was voided and it never happened. It never got replayed.
This caused a huge stir in the TP community because of Piyush bringing Koraidon and Miraidon to his game against Ewin, which were banned by Freedom Cup rules. But the loophole, the code didn't state that was supposed to ban both of them. So yeah, this caused a huge
Yes,
stir.
it was a hosting breakup.
Yeah, it, we should have really checked the code to make sure it works and the rules do apply in the future. For future hosts of TPP, take note because we don't want this happening again. Alright? Okay. Next up, Instruct versus Frixel. Turn 1. Instruct's Ivy Cudgel Oko's Ninetales, while Frixel's Ivy Cudgel didn't kill Diancie, instead activating its weakness policy and setting up Trick Room, forcing Frixel to just clear Smog it via Amoongus. And then, oh man, the Terra Ghost Ursaluna was the MVP of this game.
It went crazy.
Using Deanside's Diamond Storm to boost up its defense, Deanside itself getting an honorable mention by crit killing Frixel's G Zapdos, and taking advantage of it being encored by Frixel's Ogerpon to Swords Dance itself and 2+6 and sweep the endgame later using D Knight's E Speed.
Well, the encore was good for buying him time, but let's just say it kind of wore off at the worst time possible.
What do you mean that? What do you mean?
Well, it wore off the turn its partner died, allowing for Dragonite, who runs E-Speed, to come in. As it was wearing off.
Yeah, that was very.
Yeah, you can see why that might be the worst time possible.
Yeah, for Frixel, that was definitely the worst time, and it running out, and then it was just able to sweep the rest of Frixel's Mons. Instruct getting a very E-Speed heavy win. Very well done played. Next up was supposed to be Hiss versus Sparks Blade was turned into Yes or No My Dude beating Hiss. In this one I will correct myself on the last one because this was the game that had the last of the combinations have. So we got a Gen 6 and Gen 8 game played, we got a Gen 7 and Gen 8 game played, and now we're getting a Gen 6 and Gen 7 game played. So first off, in Gen 6, Mega Glalie being a consistent presence in this matchup, killing Mega Altaria and doing huge damage to Skarmory, exploding on it in the process. That was the end game. That was the kill. That was the end game. Crystal not getting the kill on Omastar even after +2. Groudon missing. Hmm?
I think Hiss probably won this if Groudon never missed.
Yes, exactly. That miss, the the Precipice Blades on the Volcanion definitely didn't help Hiss. Definitely helped Yes or No My Dude, and then Mega Glalie just ended up killing
I
Skarmory.
don't know how much Gen 6 Yes or No My Dude actually played. I think he kind of forgot Gengar has Levitate in this gen.
You're right. You're right. I mean, it's hard.
Switching it out on incoming ground moves and stuff.
Right? You just targeted with ground, which, no, Gengar has Levitate. They didn't remove it until Gen 7.
I'm like, no, you goofus, stop switching into flying types. It's already immune to ground. Some of those switches were the right call anyways, but like his switch in made it kind of clear that he was afraid of incoming ground moves onto Gengar, which
it has Levitate, bro. It Levitate, bro. Alright. Gen 7, Delphox.
Levitating, bro, can't you tell?
Gen 7, Delphox crit Okoing Darkrai right at the beginning. Whimsicott utilized well, defeating Kyurem and U-turning and energy balling both Slowbro and Clefable before dying to a future sight crit. And Chansey being effective, Clefable and Chansey both being effective walling supports. Keldeo failing as a last minute win con. That basically was the game. Yes or no, my dude got the win.
Oh yeah, this was the Slowbro game I was mentioning earlier.
Ah, yeah, this one was the one without the Rocky helmet instead of the Mega Slowbro.
Rocky helmet. What?
I was thinking of something different. You said.
Yeah, I think this Slowbro was like Assault Vest or something.
Maybe it was. Maybe it
never
was.
healed itself. It never healed itself. It completely relied on regen to heal itself, and I don't know if it had any attack. Any things that weren't attacks.
Yeah.
This matchup was just kind of horrid for Kiss because he brought 3 very weak Mons, no, 4 very weak Mons.
Yeah.
And one of them could only switch
was just a very unfortunate matchup for his. A very good one for Yes or No, my dude. That is, he was able to capitalize and ultimately win. Very good.
Push Nancy Wald, the only non-very weak one. I mean, very resistant one.
The very resistant, yeah. Yeah. Next up, penultimate game. We got Concept Everything beating Avarice.
Another very short game.
Very,
From Avarice.
very, very short. This has like 9 turns or something.
Yeah, this was 9 turns.
Groudon, it was just basically Groudon playing with Deoxys screen taunt setup setting it up with his own sword stance and rock polish, but all the misses with Precipice Blades and Stone Edge were unlucky yet lucky at the same time as it hit on crucial turns.
I gotta say, Avarice really just should have taunted turn 1.
You think?
I do think.
You expected Groudon to just set up with Rock Polish and Swords Dance, or maybe Stealth Rock, so it just get the taunt out.
You never really know what Groudon's about to do.
That's what makes it good.
It makes sense that you would set up Reflect first, but like, in hindsight, when you lead a Groudon, usually it's not with the intention of attacking immediately, right?
No, yeah, no, definitely not. You would get at least one like setup against it, and then you taunt it the next. That's basically what the philosophy is
like
for the.
Maybe it would be a rock setter, or maybe
It would be the sword stance
agility.
agility. Yeah.
Yeah, I think against any Groudon, you taunt first.
Any Groudon at all. It's basically a rock setter or a sweeper. So taunt definitely helps. Taunt definitely. You had the right play with Deoxys. You just failed to do the. You failed to do the thing with actually using taunt. Right at the beginning. Yeah, very short game, very good game. Next, final game, we got Saba versus Kepper. Iron Moth burning the Ogerpon early to kill it, giving Kepper a huge advantage early on. The Electric Fairy Cresselia was a huge threat in the beginning. Calm Mind and Moonblast did good damage against Saba's Mons until it got critted by a +6 special attack Manaphy Surf. Hilarious, hilarious, hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie. Several things in this game, several times in this game, I said, "How did Saba lose this?"
I don't know. Maybe it was this end game where after Iron Moth killed Manaphy, it seemed Saba had the win with Komao-o's Boom Burst. But Palafin survived its attack on +6 and killed it, and Jet Punched the rest of his mons, including dodging Tomahawk's Hurricane to win for Kepper.
Yeah, Kepper won via hacks.
Won via hacks in bad matchup. Rip. So, yeah.
That's to say Saba didn't have a bit of hacks early on too, but like
Burn with the burn.
Yeah, Kepper ultimately only won that game because of hacks. Because surely that boom burst was like a low roll, right? That was a
Yes.
+2. That was a +2
with throat spray, boom burst.
Stab
With
normal
Komao with boom burst at +2 special attack. Palafin still lived the hit.
How the frick did that live?
How the
Assault vest? It had to be. It had to be.
assault vest? That'd be really
I'm
funny.
convinced it would live unless it's like very invested or just assault vest.
The assault
Jesus
vest. That's hilarious.
Frick.
Assault vest Palafin. Please bring that next time.
I mean, it's actually not a bad brain because usually Paladin runs mainly attacks, and it doesn't always need to bulk up because it has monstrous attack already.
Right. Hilarious. Anyway, so that is the game, and yeah, the regular season is over. Oh boy. So, taking a look at the standings after 7 weeks have already done, it has been decided that these will be the top four teams that will play in the semifinals. You got the Anastar Articunos winning and is leading number one seed with 5 wins, 2 losses, and 0 ties. Next is the Absolute Busters and the Limasawa Litwicks tying 4 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie each. And then fourth seed goes to the Dave's Decidueyes, Leru and Stone Cold, having 3 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. Overall, not too bad of a differential for all four. Everyone did well. The top four especially did well. And week 7 really was the crucial week, as it decided a lot of things. So let's talk. Let's talk in depth about the four bottom teams. As we always do in these TPPs, we always talk about the four that didn't make it and why the hell that they didn't make it. Let's start off easy with the 8th place team, the Full Moon Frostmods. This was a team that many people aren't expecting, yeah?
Aren't expecting them to. Are you saying you weren't expecting them to do well? Or...
Yes.
Okay, you just phrased it kind of weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, basically, they were hurt first during the draft when Frosty Ice Lad was going to draft was going to manage alongside Sundays in terms of the Full Moon Frostmots. Sadly, due to some inconspicuous drama that happened during the draft, Frosty decided to opt out, and Sundays was basically managing himself until El Gino stepped in, which is very nice of him. But yeah.
Well, Gino's helped Frosty manage the Frostmounts before, so it made sense.
It made sense, and I'm glad that El Gino got drafted for the Frostmots again. Taking a look at their players, they aren't exactly bad, but I wish some of their best players they were utilized more. Look,
Yeah, I question how hard they were trying.
I feel like they were going for a more unorthodox team, but like yeah, the payoff doesn't really help much considering what kind of teams they brought, what kind of players did they bring, what kind of teams they wanted to play, what tiers they decided to want to play. So yeah, Instruct had a pretty good TPP, having 4 wins and 1 loss to his name. Very good. Don Vasquez, I would say also he's had a pretty good tour as well, having 4 and 2. These two are probably the best players, and Don especially doing so well despite being a 3.5K pick. Very good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Instruct would have had 2 losses if Jess didn't choke that one week. Such a bad choke.
That's a bad joke or a bad joke. Shadow Master definitely should have played more, despite having a 1-1, which is an okay neutral record. But I definitely feel like yeah, Instruct and Shadow did you know share the tour or the share PIC a lot. But I feel like if
Yeah,
these
the
two,
Frostmounts did have a good PIC core.
yeah, Shadow Master and Instruct, definitely a great PIC core. I wish,
Though I expected like Shadow to be the main pilot and Instruct to be support.
right? Yeah, because Shadow, we've seen Shadow and what he can do in terms of doubles and in terms of PIC. He can pilot this tier well. He beat Chromate in during PIC kickoff. So yeah,
Yeah, no one else beat Bromate in this.
yeah, no one else beat Chromate. Not even Shadow himself beat Chromate, but he did beat Chromate at So I feel like if Shadow was utilized more, Instruct was kept more on the back burner. It still could play some games, but Shadow
Shadow
should be
actually
the
made the
main.
finals of PIC kickoff, by the way.
He was runner up, right?
Yeah, he was runner up.
Yeah, but yeah. I feel like if Shadow was the main player and then Instruct was the main builder, the Frost months would have had a much better turnout. Even though they have a pretty good turnout, it could have been better. Sundays didn't get to play, despite being a 15K buy. Well, despite being a playing manager, he didn't play, which is a detriment. A detriment to any team with a playing manager because to set a good example for your team, you have to show your craft. You have to show what you preach. You should show how that you've got the guts to be a playing manager. And Sundays, while he had potential, it's really tough to say that he had this much potential, considering how the stack the pool was. Uh,
Yeah.
Concept everything, pretty good Ubers. Even though despite being ending up being negative, I'd say he had a pretty good turnout. I was definitely impressed with some of his games. Gino, very very reliable hand despite being negative. He still had a okay turnout with three and four. Chen being the same six player.
I like how you keep calling these people with negative records reliable.
I mean, they're okay. At least they got wins.
That's not really what being reliable is, Meatboy.
But they,
You see, when you have like very solid win spots for most leagues, like how I have Axel and Rafna and Mosco, they're very reliable each week. I consider those to be my reliable guys.
easily slottable. I could see easily slottable is a better term, I guess, to put it that way. Then concept everything, Elgino, would be easily slottable into respective tiers. I'd say they did all right. Lechen playing same six for the remainder of the tour was a nice choice. Lechen definitely brought some interesting teams by the end. He definitely can cook. But yeah, the week 7 already proved that. But yeah, 2 and 3, not bad for your first team tour. Saba, 2 and 3. Definitely disappointing considering the level of hype around Saba, but he's only got 7K price, so I guess it doesn't hurt too much.
He wasn't really motivated.
Yeah, I feel like
if
if
he
it,
was on a team that he actually liked a bit more, he probably would have been a bit more motivated to perform well, you know?
yeah, Saba. It's really just an issue of, oh, do I fit in this team a little bit more than most? I'll still play. It's just that, you know,
Like if he
I'm
was
not,
on maybe the Absols or my team or
or
the
my
Jinx.
team, or my team, definitely.
Nah, not your team.
Bruh, bruh, we could have run back the Scrafties.
Any one of those teams, I think he probably would have put up much more of an effort.
Mm. Yes or no, my dude, and Sparks.
Don't sleep on Spabo in future TPPs, guys. He's a great player. Just
Underrated player.
make sure he's motivated.
Yeah, underrated player, can definitely build, can definitely play well. Just keep him motivated, and you should be fine. Yes or no, my dude, negative record, disappointing. Despite, especially because coming off the BLT train and being a Rams main, you'd think he'd do well, but 1 and 3. Sparks Blade.
He just doesn't tend to do good in these tours related tours, eh?
Maybe, yeah. Sparks Blade and Reginald both having winless records. Yeah, Reginald's worst tour. Like, this is by far Reginald's worst performance. He lost to me. That's a
Really?
well, it's one of his worst. I mean, he lost to me due to hacks in week 1. So,
Simon's had a lot of negative records in the past, Mako.
but
I
this
don't
is
know.
winless. This is a winless Reginald.
I don't know if that's happened before, but I wouldn't be surprised if it has.
Well, he lost to me in week 1, so that was a pretty bad omen. I'm sorry, Raji. I think I might have cursed you this whole tour. But yeah, Frostmods, this is probably the weakest showing the Frostmods have had. Hopefully, when they come back next year, even stronger.
There are only there's like let's see, one, two. There are three positive records here. That's it.
Yes, that's it. Out of how many? 10? 30%
Yeah,
success rate.
pretty much.
30% success rate. Oof.
Wait, no, more than 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
3 out of cool. 25%. Sheesh. And of course, have your managers play. Well, El Gino did, but Sundays being 15K.
They actually tied the Daves. That's actually impressive in hindsight.
That's really impressive in hindsight. I don't know. All right, number 7. Seventh place is the Alcoholics. Goran and Seru. Being first time managers, they did. Yeah, they did okay. I mean the players they got are pretty good. I mean, these are all well-established people. I've noted this in my power rankings that these are all well-established people we know. Most of them.
Bro, they paid 11.5K for hidden.
Yeah, they picked 11.5K for hidden. But let's actually talk about like the players who did well. Wow, sick burn. Dugza, number one, 5-2 record, very impressive. One of Dugza's better showings, especially
Yeah, actually a good showing from Dugsa. Nice.
because two of those wins were from absolutely nothing.
Dugsa wins by doing nothing.
Yeah, for 2 weeks in a row.
Although, even if you exclude those two wins, he still came out positive.
He still came out positive, and he still had a great showing. He still had great showings against Sylveon, Dex, and Euphanos. Definitely a worth buy. Uh, Dugza, very impressive. Panu also had a pretty good showing. Very reliable Poke player, being 4-3, got to play all weeks, and got positive. Very good. Oh, being 2-1, huge surprise, despite the fact that he won against Saba and LTG, and then he lost to
Who
TPP.
would have thought he'd be
Positive,
2-0 in Camo Cap?
positive in TPP. What the frick?
What?
He's positive in TPP, and he's positive and he's undefeated in Camo Cap. That's unreal.
That's funny.
Then you got Fragments, who is a 16K buy, but he's neutral, so eh. The pool was pretty stacked though, so it's amazing that Frag still managed to get
Yeah,
a
but
neutral
I
no.
paid less for Losco, and Losco's 5-2.
The Fragments, it's 3-3 neutral, despite
And how
being
much did cash will go for?
um 11K. I mean, no 4.5K.
Exactly.
No 4.5K, but yeah, you get
Fragments
it.
was not like Fragments did bad, but
He
he
didn't.
was
He
quite
did.
okay.
He tried. He at least tried. He's got some pretty good wins under his belt. Avidus and Sparks. Definitely good showings. Yeah. Next is Drew with a neutral record, 2-2. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's an okay.
Never let Drew play Camo Cap again.
Yeah, definitely heard. Derpy Boy and Ains Grad both having 3 and 4, having played their respective tiers well. S&M and the Ubers respectively. Yeah, okay. They did okay. Cyril being 0-2, pretty unfortunate. Biggest disappointment is Yuki. 21K and 2-5.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah.
We
I mentioned Kid in the first thing, but oh good lord, you're right about Yuki.
Yuki had the most unfortunate PIC record this TPP, despite coming in with a lot of hype. Um, the first game against Chromate sucked. Against Zoe and Kepper was nice, but then he lost every single week after week 3. So yeah, this was not a very good showing. this year. Hopefully, it will come back next year. I I really want to see more Yuki builds in the future. And Sificon and Hidden, the winless, 0-3 respectively. And yeah, they Sificon, Sificon once again showcasing that his team tour records have been up and downy. Has been the most up and downy. Some years he does amazingly, other years he does absolute crap, and this one's one of the years where he did.
What year has he done amazing?
Oh, I can't think of it. It's been too long. It's been too long. Okay, sorry, Siffy. No slander towards you, but you've done well. Don't Do not sleep on Siffy, please. We're begging you. He's a good player. He just the tears he was the cards he was dealt with was not very good, not very in his favor. I mean, the TPP one performances he did well because I was managing that year. That's literally my only yes. Um, Hayden of course, 0-3, very unfortunate.
Yeah, Hidden's losses were pretty bad too.
Yeah, very upsetting to see. But yeah, very again established faces from across all different parts of the world. It's just that their PIC needs work and their subs kind of needed to be better. Yeah,
Their PIC needs work. Their camo cap needs work. Uh,
their Rands. No, their Rands are okay. Their same six is pretty eh.
their end is okay.
Same six is
Yeah,
pretty eh.
their same six is also pretty meh.
So yeah, but the tiers that they strive at are pretty good. So I wouldn't say they're a complete failure like the Frostmox
Well,
were,
they
but
really had Yuki for PIC.
that one was the
I
biggest hit.
don't know if I can say their PIC needs
It,
work because of who was piloting.
yeah,
Like,
but their record does still stand, and they've had some unfortunate losses that really dragged down for the Alcoholics. Had Yuki won, they would actually be considered top four, but things would have happened.
this isn't to say Yuki is bad though.
No,
He's
no, definitely
good,
not.
but like PIC is just a very matchup based tier.
It's very hard.
It's very easy to win or lose no matter how good you are.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's the way Mons works. So yeah, legitimate top four if their PIC pool was a little bit better. If their PIC record was a bit better, this would be a top four team. But yeah, sorry. Better luck next
Or
year.
maybe a top five.
Wow, that's a shame. Slander. Speaking of slander,
Yeah, I don't think. I'm pretty sure most people didn't see these guys making it.
speaking of people who
Oh,
didn't. Speaking of people who didn't have a chance of making it, number 6, the OMMs at 6th place. Okay, so
can't say I didn't see this coming.
um,
Though you guys were doing pretty well for most of the tour, I can't say I didn't see this coming.
we got
I
second
said
before
something
this.
very early in the tournament when I first perhaps invited one of your own to help support my people.
Uh
I said I think it's okay because I doubt we're both making it into playoffs.
huh. Really put the nail on
I
the head,
was
huh?
not wrong.
Really put the nail on the head, huh? Okay. So yeah, let's talk about my team. So Carl definitely was the best player, like hands down. Carl was definitely the best player. Cap
Yeah, Carl did quite well.
Carl was amazing. He's been so reliant on the builds, and his teams have been very good.
Yeah,
5-2.
not only does he have the best record on your team, but he's been
He's been
helping out
helping a
in
lot.
multiple spots, right?
Yeah, he's helped me in same six. He's helped himself, of course, in Cap Camo. He's dabbled in a little bit of mystery OU as well. So Yeah, very reliable. Again, just very reliable player, very solid guy, just to be around. And yeah, you could never go wrong when you're testing with Carl. I wish we could have tested more. That way, actually, I actually have a good game six record. All right. Arrow B was next, having 3-1.
The most underutilized player apart from guard.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, but yeah, the weeks that Araby did play are very good. Been doing impressive, like undefeated for 3 weeks, and then lost in the finals because of a sub issue. But yeah,
I mean, playing three different tiers and being 3-1 is pretty good in my opinion.
yeah, he's great. Guard was next. This might be my most underutilized player. Because he's 15-0.
Not
He's
paid
too,
15K for him, only slot him in twice, and one of those times was in Rams.
and
I
we
guess
won,
that worked out.
and it won, and he won. So I definitely had a lot of faith in guard. Yeah, I really wish I could have kept these more. I really wish I could have had these two play more, huh? If I was managing, then yes, I would absolutely have guard and arrow B still play all 7 weeks because they can be interchangeable.
About guard, like he was too busy to play or something.
Yeah, he was, which is unfortunate. But yeah, had his schedule been more.
Because y'all paid 15K.
We did because we wanted him to be reliable. But then yeah, the he became too busy after week 3, so we didn't have a time to slot him. So
When me and you were drafting, we tried to avoid picking people we knew would be busy.
we didn't see. We didn't see to know. But yeah, it had these two play more, had their schedules been a little bit more free, and had Araby was helping a lot in the team chat too. So what's the issue in not slotting him more in different other tiers? He could have done well as a Rans and Natex Ubers player. Jeez. And then Eggs, of course. Eggs is a pretty good manager. His record notwithstanding, even though he's 3-4, like we still needed a hand when it comes to Poke AA and him.
Class. That's something.
What?
X did better than class, so that's something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he is the Poke AA council. He's running Poke AA, and he's done super well in this tier. And then Natex Ubers just as a backup option, like that's very good. That two tiers for eggs to he can handle. Then we had Sylveon use Calm Mind, which is our most expensive player. Did well, but not very well. But you know what? Sylveon
Negative.
he went negative, which is unfortunate. But still praise to Sylveon. He helped a lot. Like he helped me a lot with same six, and he's done a lot of prep work in OU, and I'm very happy. I'm still happy we got Sylveon either way because my God, this man is an actual Chad. He's allowed.
Seems like a cool guy to have on your team. I admit.
Yes, he is, and you know what? His mystery, and he can adapt well in mystery OU, which is a great thing. Like he can adapt to all the wacky ass rule sets that in mystery OU we can ever throw at him, and he's done well in all of them. So yeah, despite the negative record, I would still praise Sylveon as like one of our better players.
Me too. Even if I guess 20K was an overpay in hindsight.
In hindsight. Then we got Hunter Noob, who only played one game, lost. And me. Well, I definitely could have played
You're
Sims.
not gonna talk about Bea
Well,
or Maidka
because they're not further
or
down the list.
Advita?
They're further down the list, Pokeyard. I don't know if you could say the spreadsheet. But
Yeah, but you kind of didn't even talk about the wins.
we'll talk about them later when we get to them. But first,
You're not going in order. So what does this mean?
no, we are. I am. Just look at the OMM side. Just click on the OMM folder.
I am looking
What order are you going?
Well, the order I see is Sylveon X Class Guard, Carl, Advita, Hunter Noob, Black Knight Gawain, Mapka, Aerobee, and Toythea.
What?
Are you not looking at the spreadsheet?
So let's talk about my record. Yeah, 1-3. Probably my most disappointing team tour record. I've only played TPP. I played other
Is that
team.
really your most disappointing?
Well, I played that Challenge Cup tour, and I did negative there, but nothing as bad as this. Like, okay, I may have gotten.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think people already know what to expect when I play. Like, I can beat the first week. Like, I'll have as the little success I'll have as little success as winning the first week, but when it comes to actually like continuously playing, that's when I'm starting to, seep in the cracks in a little bit. Like, oh, I don't know. And also, if I'm like against good players, I'm like, oh shit, I'm intimidated. I'm intimidated. This would be a free win. I'll just need to play my damnedest to try and beat this player. And you know what? Sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it doesn't. Uh, that's basically what I boiled down to. I mean, technically, my trainer card says it all. If you look into my Pokemon Showdown trainer card, I am the most average tournament room player ever. So I still stand by that.
I don't know what is considered average, so I don't know
Me,
if I can back up that claim.
be me. I will be the de facto default standard for average in tournaments. All right, next is Mabka. Mabka was the last minute replacement for all of them. Winning against only casual, but losing against his Super Epic Emperors and Ladies Elements. Kind of like Maze, like when put in a lucky position, he could win, but against good players, you just cannot. And again, though, he's done good. Black Knight Gawain.
Didn't Napier want to play S&M?
Was that in his sign up sheet?
Well, here's S&M Ball,
Shit.
meaning S&M was the top thing he wanted to play.
Ah. Well,
And
we had better
Advil
ideas
did
again.
tell me he is an S&M player.
Oh, well, we could have utilized his S&M prowess then. Rip. Uh,
Yes, you could have, as Advita unfortunately didn't do very well.
well, next up is Gawain, which, you know, again, we would like to have slotted him in tiers he actually likes to play. So, rip. Sorry for the 1-3,
Yeah,
buddy.
y'all did Gawain dirty.
They as well. MG Rant and Team 6. Okay. Advita, definitely in class to an extent. Like, both of them definitely are, I wouldn't say disappointing, because they did play all 7 weeks and were a good hand in some of them. But yeah, the records show that it can be alright. It's just that, you know, having to play against the expected like wins and losses, it really puts a damper into your motivation. And if you're motivated, and like, I agree with what Papillon said, I need to have the mindset of, yeah, I can win against this player, I just need to know how to win against this player. And definitely that's our grand lesson in all of this. Like, I don't know how the frick we get second despite having the negative differential, but we did. And you know what?
That was funny for when it was the case.
Yeah, it was funny. It was a meme, but those 1-7 losses hurt us bad. And during crucial weeks too, when we needed a win to guarantee playoffs. So we were like unfortunate in all circumstances. We were second, and yet we fell, and then yet we fell, and we fell hard.
Strong at least.
Yeah, I mean those first 2 weeks were definitely hype, and those were the weeks where I'm in Japan. But when I came back, you see loss and loss and loss and loss and ties.
It would appear Japan was your lucky charm.
Yes,
All of Japan.
all of that's just my 2 weeks of spending in Japan, and then when I came back, I'm like, shit, we lost every week,
The
other week.
entire nation of Japan was your lucky charm.
The United States of Japan, if you will. Yeah.
Well,
Ah,
no.
all right.
This is a Code Geass reference.
It is though. But yeah, nothing much else to say. We've had an unfortunate week these past couple of weeks, and yeah, our second place just became moot after. Next is fifth, the Ticketons. They were seventh going into week. I want to say week 4, 5, and then they just kept. And then they won week 6, which was very helpful to them, and then week 7, so close.
No, no, Mikoi. I don't. I think you're describing this in a way that isn't isn't very good.
Okay, you explain it.
Actually be describing this.
You explain
that
it.
they were winless for the first 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Thus in seventh.
Yeah. Okay.
Then week 4 happened.
Week 4, definitely the biggest week that they've had because they went 7-1 against the Absol Posters. That was their big jump from 7th to 4th, 5th.
Nah, I think it was just 7 to 6 at the time, but they were sixth with a positive differential.
And we, the OMMs, are second and have a negative differential. Funny how that works.
Yeah, they had like one of the highest differentials.
The big jump. That was definitely a big jump. OMMs, and then they won, and then they tied us, and then they won against the Decidueyes, which put them in playoff contention. So happens that they lose to the Frostmonths in week 7.
Yeah, their season was all over the place.
It was. It was very up and downy. And that's unfortunate, given that the players that they had were some of them great, some of them pretty good, and some of them just they're all right.
This is definitely a team with great playoff potential. I mean,
Yeah.
one of their players went 7-0.
And we're gonna talk about GXE. This is probably GXE's strongest Tours Plaza related event. 7-0 in same six.
I feel like he might have possibly done that before his policy, but I don't know.
No, he's lost before, but never as strong as this. This was definitely GXE's strongest TPP so far. 7-0 in same six, impressive.
To be fair, the pool was a lot weaker than in previous years.
Yeah, there was no Shiloh, there was no Tony Flygon, there was no it was just GXE, TPP, Tamp, and me. So yeah. And GXE was the strongest, so there was no surprise that he went 7-0. Probably one of the strongest same six players ever. Ewin was next in Mystery OU, having 5 wins to his name and no losses in quotation
That's
brackets.
impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I wasn't surprised. Ewin is generally good when he's motivated, and he proved here in he proved there in Mystery OU that he's well able to adapt to the Tours Plaza like customized rule sets, and he's done well. Like I remember the blast burn thing against Dugza. That was nice.
He
26k.
was somewhat worth it.
Yes.
He probably supported other slots, and or well, actually, I don't know if he did, but
I mean, he's done well.
going 7-0 is still worth a nice price tag.
Yeah, 26k. And I could even argue that as a steal.
And 10.5 for Ewin, I think was well worth it.
Yes, yes, definitely. And Ewan, I mean, what can I say? Ewan's wins have been impressive. This was next. Definitely an unsung goat. Hiss. Like, this is what someone
Oh,
who
for real.
we've never expected Hiss to do so well. Like, last couple of years of performing in TPP, he's done okay, but not as strong. This is definitely his strongest, like, showing today. 4-2, 7-0, and playing 3 tiers across multiple tours. Done well in multi-genre. Done well in multi-genres. Definitely do well in camo. Even played one Poke game and won. So yeah, unsung
And
goat.
the one PKA game he won was versus the Number Man.
Yeah. Well, he won against Hayden, but he did beat the number man. So good job. Like again, his unsung goat. Unsung goat. Bloss
For
just
real, well worth the 7K price tag.
Bloss loves them unsung goats. You got 23 GZ at 1 year, and then you got this one this year. Like Bloss just have a habit of being unsung goats. That's just what I've noticed. Next, Frixel with 3-1. I mean, I'm not surprised. He went positive, and you know what? Definitely well adapted in PIC. Very well done, Frixel.
Well worth the price tag, even though they weren't slotting him in for the first 3 weeks.
I mean, he did well in the last
I mean,
4.
the moment they slotted him in, they're like, oh, oh, frick, we're keeping him in.
Oh yeah, we're keeping an eye on, and he's done well. He's done well. I mean, he's done well in PIC. I'm not surprised. Next, Kepper, neutral record, but he's like he's fallen off in like week 2, week 3, and week 5. He's 1-3. It was able to pull back with 2 very good wins over Swag God and Saba. So we were in danger of seeing Kepper at his lowest point, but no, he pulled it back. Very good
I
showing.
mean, one of his losses was versus Yuki in PIC.
Yeah.
And Yuki used some very sinister
Don't remind us. We'll talk about it. Don't remind us.
so
We'll
he
go back to
actually
that game
went
and find out.
positive in Camo Cap.
He did. He did. And you know what? Very
So
impressive.
I think 6K's worth it.
It's worth it. It's worth it. Luke, 6.5k. Only played 1 game against Ineffable and lost. Rip. Terrific.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not good.
that's not good. Prefix, negative. Despite playing Poke AA for most of the tour, he was pretty eh. Like he's done some,
Yeah.
like he beat Axe and he beat Joey, but other than that, like you gotta pull.
Barely beat Joey. Joey choked.
Joey did choke.
Because he assumed he had Aqua Jet, but it broke it, and Joey lost due to that assumption. He didn't want to 100% lost that otherwise.
Yeah, so unfortunate for Swiftx, even though he was, he was the Poke AA guy, he just wasn't able to pick up like decent wins. That kind of hurted the Tinkaton's momentum. Toxinex, I was really surprised that he went 1-3. Well, I guess he wasn't really that much active in the first 2 weeks, and then the last week is kind of eh. Went against the strap though.
Yeah, that was something.
That was something, but that's really the only something he had. Smudge and Tier being both being 0-2. Eh. Like, eh. Oh,
Yeah,
Tier being 17k was like,
yeah,
what the frick?
tier being, we paid 17,000 for tier.
Overpay to the max.
Yeah, that is such a massive overpay for that.
Yeah. Randy Ubers.
have him play 2 weeks, lose both times, and then just slot him out for the rest of the
Yeah,
And
both
it's
Smudge,
so much.
yeah, both Smudge and Tier. They lost 26K for having two winless players. Rip.
Yeah.
Actually, no, more than 30K because Luke lost one. Oh well.
Oh yeah. And you would think they'd actually have a decent S&M core with Proxnex and Brashra, but
No,
no.
they underperformed hard. Thatcher especially, only getting a win against Derpy Boy and then losing against Axel, Oakley's Ice Master, and El Gino. So
Okay,
yeah,
I can't really blame him for losing a good amount of those.
yeah. When he's only win against like Derpy Boy, I'm like, okay, he's got hard opponents. Both the disastrous SNM core. I thought legitimately this was a great SNM core, but no, I've been proven wrong. And then of course the biggest disappointment after this, 2-5. Even though despite, playing a lot.
At least they didn't pay 17,000 for him.
At least he did some. At least he did something, like winning
At
against
least
Skimmy,
he
and
won a couple of times.
despite some of them being haxy as frick, like the one with casual. But yeah, 2-5, 0.5K. Avidus, he's had up and down tours like this. Like he did well in BLT, and then the
He
TPO,
got the exact
TPP's
same
crap.
record as he got in BLT. Look at that.
Nice, well done, congratulations,
That's pretty
Avidus.
bad.
Yeah, this was not a very strong year for Avidus in general. No.
Remember when in BLT we said that this is a very strong year for Avarice?
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, what happened, bro? Like, what the hell? All right.
Perhaps no year is a strong year for Avarice when it comes to tours community tours.
But the records I saw were pretty good. He was S tier for a reason. I'm, I guess in
Let's not put him in there next time.
um, and when it comes to tours events, he just kind of sucked. So yeah, that was the bottom five. That was the bottom four teams. You had the Tinkatons. If they had like a stronger S&M record, had a stronger Natix record, like they have individual
It
specific tiers that
needed
win.
a stronger OM core, basically.
Yeah, definitely a
OM.
def- definitely a better OMM core. Definitely could have helped long things around there. Just individual specific tiers. If you had better players and if you've utilized these better players, then they would actually be a serious contender for top cut. Especially when they have guys like DXE and Ewin and Hiss carrying the freaking pool. The rest of your tiers, I mean. So yeah. All right. Now let's move on to.
Yeah, they need like they need a lot of stronger slots actually.
They
The
did.
team looks so good on paper, but they needed better slots.
Although I will give them credit for pulling from seventh place all the way to fifth.
Yeah, from seventh and just really not doing well at all the way to almost
Ass
being in
blasting the
playoffs is good.
abs, ass blasting the Absol posters and then winning against the Daves and tying us. That was definitely their strongest week. Other than that, you could have made it, but you didn't. All right, let's now move on to predicts. Who won in predictions this year? No, this week.
This year,
This
probably me.
God damn it. Well, we'll do the overall count later. Announce who won this week.
Okay, so uh, Jesus Christ, man. Uh, in second place is me. Again, congrats on actually winning more times than me during the main season, Nikoi.
Yay! I do good at predict. I Because I wasn't a betting man. That's why. Yay. How many predicts did you get?
Okay, so I got 15 out of 23 games,
Mm-hmm.
and you got 18 out of 23.
That's like 70. So I want to estimate and say 76%.
78%. You got a 78%
Dang.
on predict.
Yeah. And who did and how did our guest predictor win? Our ghost predictor, I mean,
You mean the Yoko?
the Yoko.
He got last.
How
You
many?
see, it wasn't by very much though. I only did a slightly better than him.
Really?
Didn't do too bad.
All right.
I got like about a 65, and he got about a 64.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. All he had to predict
I, I
32 games.
actually, I
31, I
actually
mean.
have it. I actually have the his predicts. He got he got 20 out of 31.
Which is 64%. So yeah, well done. Well, he had to predict more games. So.
I sent you the thing.
Okay. Thanks. Well, he had to predict again. He had to predict 31 games. So why not? Good job. All right. Now we got all the things done. All the admin stuff is out of the way. Time to move on to the series semifinals. So, our mystery OU for this year, or for this week, what is Type Chain, aka Link the Types. All Pokemon in the team must chain an identical type to its adjacent teammate. For example, Golden Go.
Courtesy of Euphanos.
Yeah, Euphanos was the one to suggest it. I personally like this a lot. Golden Go with Ghost Steel will share with Heatran's Fire Steel. Then have Ogerpon with Fire Grass, Chestnut with Grass Fighting, Sneasler with Fighting Poison, and back to Gengar with Poison Ghost. So going around in circle. Definitely a this one I'm interested in seeing the the building process and and then how it comes.
This rule was courtesy of Euphanos.
So thank him. Thank him for providing us a great rule. Also, where the frick is the mystery ran? Where's the tier for the Rans though?
Oh, it's gens 1, 4, and 5.
Ah, Gens 1, 4, and 5. Good luck playing Gen 1, guys. Please play Gen 1 first. Alright, first off, to determine who will go to the grand finals of TPP 5, we got the Anastar Articunos versus the Dave's Decidueyes. Ooh, this
Hey,
is
Nicoy, I've come to the realization that if we're still sticking to the thing that I can't predict for my own team, then doesn't that kind of make it impossible for me to win predictions?
this week. Oh yeah, that's probably a detriment to you, I suppose.
Perhaps I will predict for my own team, but not out loud.
Yeah, not out loud, not out loud. Just we'll talk about them later. But for me, first of all, the Anastar versus the Daves. First off, Poke AA, we got Phantos versus Fabulu. Let's see.
Fabulu.
Let's see the records first, shall we? Fabulu has a 3-4 record, while our boy Phantos has 1-2. Both having pretty negative-ish records, but Poke has proven to be Fabulu's tier. Yes, he is negative. Yes, he has been kind of on the back burner, but Joey's prep and games performance he's played all throughout this TPP has been more impressive than Phantos. So I would be hard pressed to say that is going to the Joester, to the fraud to the Fraud Toru Gojoverman. Uh, Joey to win.
Yeah,
The
but
go the Gojo simp,
not
if
being a bit
the Gojo simp, if you
Gojo
will.
simp. No, no,
He
no,
is though.
Mako. If you know, you know. It doesn't make you a Gojo simp.
Doesn't excuse the fact that he's writing a shit manga. Anyway, Stab and Mega. Oakley's versus Meta.
Wow, is this even a question? Tell me true. Is this even a question?
Da 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 7-0, 7-0. Oakley's.
7 and Oakley's.
7-0, Oakley's. National Dex, same six. We got Lady Salamence versus TPP. Lady Salamence is currently 2-5, while TPP is doing a strong 5-2.
Yeah, this also isn't that much of a question. It's more of a question than Oakley's versus Meta, but I think that I think it's still a pretty clear answer.
Yeah, TPP definitely, definitely though. TPP's been amazing this tour. If he has some hiccups in the past, but you know what? Those hiccups are far few and far between. And given that the matchups, look at the same six right here: Armor Rouge, Articuno Galar, Drampa, Tauros, Thievel, and Zapdos Galar. That's a really HO based. That's a really HO based same six right here.
Yeah, you're right. Wish it was my same six.
No, no. If it was your same six, you would have absolutely ass blasted with things like that Articuno set again.
Yeah, who doesn't want to do that?
Do something different. How about Armor Rouge? Let Armor Rouge be the setup sweeper. Let friggin' Zapdos
Yeah,
Galar
you're
do.
right. And weakness policy Armor Rouge would also work.
You're facing a Tauros Paldea Aqua. I'm not sure if that is the best option.
What? That's a perfectly fine option. You just endure. You take the hit. You activate the weak bomber. You activate the weakness policy, and then you sweep everything here.
Except for Thievel.
No, you just kill that thing with a fire move and it's dead.
Okay.
That was very redundant of me to say.
Anyway, TPP to win. There's no question.
TPP to win and ass blast, as you say.
Ass Blossom. Mystery OU, we got 7U992 versus Dex.
Jax.
Well, Dex is 4-3. And 7U992 is, let's just say, 1-1-1.
Wow. That's he's 1-1-1.
Yeah. Lost to Flugel, one against JJ, and Dead Game versus Piyush. So, yeah, 1-1-1.
I see. Jax.
Dex, yeah. I mean, Dex has been more impressive. Dex has been kind of another unsung goat, as we would like to say. He's actually doing pretty well for himself, 4-3. So he's a reliable OU guy, and I would not be hard pressed to see Dex win. Next up, PIC Chromate versus Zern.
Chromate.
I know I said that I talked shit in the past about Zern and how he's not being good, but he has improved a lot in PIC. He's actually doing.
You're not about to predict him against Chromate, are you?
That would be a serious betting man plot. That would be a serious betting man idea. So you know what?
What?
I'm predicting Chromate. You thought. I'm predicting Chromate. Of course I would predict. Who would want who
You
would
had
want
me
to
in the first half.
who would want to predict against Chromate? What the frick? You would be an asshole if you predict against Chromate. Seriously, how can you deny that 7 and
No,
0
I think
goodness?
you'd just be a little stupid.
No, you'd be an asshole.
No, no, actually, you'd be Yoko.
He actually predicted against Zern. I want to see this. I want to showcase this. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't,
No, he
actually.
didn't. He has a brain. He has a brain, ladies and gentlemen. He has a brain. Yeah, okay. Going to win. Multi-generans. We got Rocher versus Mango Steak.
Who even is Mango Steak?
Um, he's got 256 messages. Or no, 127 messages and a 256 reaction score. He's almost the power of two.
Is this guy, is this Mango Steak guy played?
No. Riche and Riche's played and he's 2-1. Both of those.
Okay, I'll go with Rashay then.
Okay, yeah. Both of his wins came from Ranbat, so yeah. Riche. I'll say Riche.
What gen of Ranbats did he win in?
The Thea one and the Super Epic Ampharos one, I don't remember.
Uh,
Next up, Andy Ubers. Taka versus FC.
a rematch.
Which I believe.
Taka won last time.
Did he? Oh, yeah, Taka did win last
Did.
time. Right here. This is interesting. So FC is 4-3. Taka is
Taka's undefeated, I'm pretty sure.
5-0. Yeah. Okay, 5-0. That's kind of
Shoot.
sus. Yeah, all right, not sus. That's actually kind of like interesting. Um, so who do we want to predict in this situation?
Who do you want to predict?
Oh, this is hard. Man, I mean, my safe man instincts want to say FC. Taka's just been doing impressive. I think I might want to go Taka. I might, I might be edging a
I'm
little
not,
bit. Hmm?
not sure.
Who are you predicting then?
I feel like whoever I do predict isn't going to win. Like if I predict FC, Taka will win, and if I predict Taka, FC will win.
So who do you trust more then?
You know what? I'm gonna go Taka.
Oh, okay. And then for Mossy Sandwich versus Rhythm or Swag God.
Mossy. I think Mossy's kind of unstoppable when he's trying.
When I'm predicting against him, you mean? 2-1 for Swag God, and Mossy is 4-3. So,
I wouldn't be super surprised if Swag God wins. He's
he's been,
actually doing well.
yeah, he's kind of been an unsucked goat. I'll continue the Mossy anti propaganda. I'm going Swag God.
Wow.
Also we shared prediction like 7 out of 8 of these, so we needed to have
Oh.
something different. We needed to have something different. All right, then we come to the big one, the rematch from last year. Last year, you were in the same situation as you were with facing the Absol posters in the semifinals. Are you going to win this year?
Yeah. I certainly hope so, Mikoi.
You actually have a good chance. You actually have a good chance. Don't F this up.
Decoy, we had a good chance last year.
But I would argue that this year you have an even better chance. You just have to not fuck
Really?
up. You just have to not F up. Alright.
I feel like a fair amount of these games could like very easily go either way.
We'll see. First off, in Poke AAA, we got the Number Man versus Ruffna. Ha ha ha. So, Ruffna has been doing amazingly. Ruffna has had immense success here. 5-2. The Number Man has a 6-1 record, and that is both in Camp Camo and Poke AAA. Only losing to Hiss. He's beaten Ruffna once. Can he do it again? You know what?
What if I what if I told you Ravna basically won last time when it came to Builder?
You know what? I trust that. I'm gonna go with Ruffna. Yes, it might be the betting man instinct, but I'm betting against the Number Man. But you know what? I think Ruffna can do it.
That's quite the gamble you're taking,
Yeah,
and I like it.
it's in your favor, Pokeyard. Stab and Mega. Axel versus Ice Master. The the rematch of a rematch of a rematch of a rematch of a rematch. They have fought so many times, and every time Axel has come out on top.
You know how the story goes.
Will this story pan out the exact same way? Let's actually check their records. Ice Master is 4-3, and Axel is 5-2. Yeah, I think the story will do the exact same way. I think I'm going Axel.
A wise choice.
Don't fuck this up, Axel. I swear to God. Next up, National Deck Same Six. Temp versus Draclo.
Another rematch.
Which Temp won last time, didn't he?
No, we didn't. We won. Droopy won.
Right, he's undefeated actually. He's 3-0. Temp is 4-3. Not too bad. Not too bad, shall we? Yeah, I think Drippy will lose his first game here. I think Temp has just been proven to be like a constant commodity. And maybe I am predicting against an undefeated player, but I think the road stops here, Pokeart. You can't just keep winning these freaking games due to Drippy.
I like how you said temp. I like how you said temp won last week when we literally brought up the Articuno of just a bit ago, thanks to the other same six that was being played, and that was the set Dreepy won with.
But guess what? There is no Articuno. There is no Articuno in your same six. All you have is Evola, Galvantula, Hoopa, Leafeon, Salazzle, and Turtonator.
There will be extreme cooking, Nikoi.
I
Also,
expect.
god damn it, not Turtonator. I don't like that.
What? You like Kiawe, but you don't like Turtonator? What the
Just like Kiawe as a character, don't make it weird by saying it like that. Jeez.
I hate Kiawe. Anyway, next up.
I don't like building with Turtonator, is the thing.
I mean, you can
I
throw
didn't
in a
like
great.
building with it for 2 weeks ago.
Fine.
Now we gotta build with it again.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, good luck. You're gonna need it. Mystery OU, Shiloh versus LTG. What the frick were you thinking of slotting in LTG here?
Would you slot in a player who's like 1-5?
I would slot. No, I would not slot in JJ back. He needs a break. I would slot in like someone like. Limpy, to be honest.
Mikoi, that's actually an even worse decision.
I know he choked at the last part, but give him another chance.
Mikoi, Limpy's better in camo cap than OU, I'm pretty sure, and
He held his own in OU. It's not that bad.
we weren't really happy with the performance for camo cap.
Well,
Why Limpy? Why would you suggest Limpy?
what would you suggest, Nat?
I thought if anything you would suggest like our other benched people, like
Nat?
Mutes, TMM.
TMM doesn't want to play OU, does he?
He was.
He wasn't fine.
Right.
What were you thinking? He wasn't fine.
My brain thought LTG for a second because
Bruh.
letters, and now yeah, you're right. TMM did not want to play OU.
That
So he's not
Charisma,
good
that
at it.
Charisma would have been an okay option, but I would still pick Nat. Yeah,
Yeah,
Hayden.
Nat and LTG were both fine playing it.
But against Shiloh, it's gonna be hard.
We're well aware, Mikoi. OU is our worst slot.
Picking Shiloh. Like your slot is just terrible at OU. You guys suck at it. So yeah.
I can't even blame you for picking Shiloh. We're aware of how tough this matchup is.
Yeah, you. Better. I hope some extreme cooking is there in OU because you guys sorely need it. PIC. Chris Numbers competing for the first time against Jaspros. Ooh, doggy. This one's gonna be. This one's tough because this is Chris Numbers' first like partners in crime foray, and meanwhile, your boy Jaspy has a 3-2 record. Actually, not that bad. 3-2 record. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, it is 3-2 because he's played twice.
Sure. I mean, sure. At this point, F it. Jaspers to win.
I'm not gonna lie, I am slightly worried about his numbers though.
He has heat. He can build heat. So you better watch your butts there.
I'm worried because he's a doubles player and he's apparently been the main support behind Zoe.
Then Zoe?
Meaning yeah, Zoe.
Ah.
He's apparently been like Zoe's main support
So
for the tier,
so
he
good.
really knows how to play.
So yeah, good. Okay, okay. Looks like we're gonna have a hard. Looks like we're gonna have a tough opponent. That boy Jaspy is. Speaking of hard.
It's okay. Let's just say we brought in some big guns for support.
Oh yes, I've seen it. I've seen the support. Multi-genrans. We got Casual.exe versus Los Gonna Shoot 2. Actual highlight. Duh.
Not again.
It is a highlight. Losco is 5-2. Casual is also 5-2. Both of them have been doing pretty damn well for themselves. Not again, you said, but this time I think the tiers much more favor Losco. So I think I'm gonna go with Losco on this one.
Makoi, what do you mean the tiers favor Losco? When
Gen
this
4
is
and
the
5.
combination of tiers that Losco played casual in last time.
Wait, seriously? Wait, seriously? This was the same one? What?
Gen 5, he played casual in Gens 1, 4, and 5, and lost in 3.
Oh, lost in 3, so he did play in all 5. I did play in 1, 4, and 5. What the frick?
Exactly.
That is coincidence in a nutshell. That's really funny.
That is an extreme coincidence, yes.
I'm still picking
And
Los.
I'm not too happy about it. It makes me worried.
I'm still picking Losco. I generally do think Los.
I think
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like Losco didn't Losco have that humongous hacks against him, so or the matchup wasn't great. So yeah, I would still pick Losco in this situation. I'm just trusting my gut. Next up, Strap. Next up, Strap versus Farce of the Death. Oh boy, Farce, what happened?
This is another rematch.
Yeah, 3-3 for Farce, but the Strap is 5-2 for a 4.5k buy. The Strap has been doing excellently. So,
Like 4.5K?
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I want to root for Farce. I really, really want to root for Farce. In terms of predicts, I think I'm going to go with Strap. And finally, we got Euphanos versus the Pizza Man in Camel Cap.
Once again, rematch.
Rematch. And, okay, he lost. This was the Absol's, this was a Euphanos win. Last time, the Pizza Man is 1-2, and, Euphanos is actually 3-3. Very neutral. Yeah. Hmm?
Euphanos isn't 3-3.
What?
He's 3-2. I'm pretty sure.
He lost to Kepper, lost to Carl, lost to Dugza. He's won against the Pizza Man and Mossy Sandwich and Madara. He's 3-3.
Oh yeah, wait. Oh, he's 3-3. Yeah. Sorry, I got a little confused because
Selective
yeah, in my
memory.
mind I forgot. I briefly forgot that Euphanos actually played in week 7, but he played OU instead of Camo Cat because LTG played Camo Cat. Oh
So,
wait, I just realized that means we actually just switched Youth and LTG slots.
right. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, I mean, it's better suited for Euphanos as well. So yeah, this is a Euphanos win. I mean, there's no two ways about it. This one is the more established tier for Youth, and yeah, there's no two ways
I
about
mean,
it.
LTP was willing to play anything,
It is makes him a good sub.
and he's motivated.
Good for him. Anyway, that ends our long journey. It's been a long video. We've been recording for 3 hours. So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings the end to this video. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you wouldn't miss a video once they come out. And we'll see you next week when we cover who won in these two matchups. Who's going on to the
I
grand.
just want to say, hopefully, I won't have to predict when we reach finals. If you catch my drift.
I ain't catch your drift. Who will make it into the grand finals of TPP and who will be the TPP
Hopefully,
champion?
not the Absols.
This is your chance, Pokeart. This is your one and only chance.
Vengeance will be ours.
Thank you all for watching. This has been McCoy, signing out.